What is going on, guys? Welcome to Outside the Brand. This is your Monday Night Raw post show for June 19th, 2023. I'm your host, Phil, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. Thank you so much for joining us right here on your Monday nights, wherever you may be. Sorry, guys, I didn't even have my camera on for a second, but off. We are here to talk Monday Night Raw tonight. How do you feel, man? I mean, I know Raw is 3 hours, so obviously everybody is usually fatigued when it comes to this show. But I have to say, man, other than the Logan Paul situation, which we will definitely get into, the Tommaso Ciampa return, which was a very, very nice thing to see. And I mean, that main event for the six-man tag team match with Cody, Sammy, and KO versus Judgment Day, I'm going to be honest, not much on this show. That really intrigued me. How do you feel about all of this? Because also Trish is in Money in the Bank, which I am not for. But how do you guys feel?
It's wrong, man. I mean, I can't. It's very hard for me to get excited about this show, but um, I didn't think it was terrible. It's always going to be too long of a show,
Yeah.
until they fix it. Um, Seeing Champa come back, that was freaking awesome. 'Cause that I
Yeah.
didn't expect that to happen at all, and I'm happy at the
I
way they
heard
did
he
it.
was backstage tonight, but I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I thought it would have been Gargano, if anything, because we were in Cleveland.
Yeah, I
But
thought it was cool though. The theme song came back, and they gave him his full name back, so it looked, he looked great out there. So that was
No
definitely
One Will Survive was definitely a great
yeah.
change, man. I loved it.
That other
Dude,
song was ugh,
ugh.
but
I don't even know what that other song was, man. It was
I don't
my
know.
God. But yeah. I mean, the big thing that was happening on tonight's Monday Night Raw, two things were advertised for tonight. One was the World Heavyweight Championship Open Challenge, which actually did not take place tonight, but that was because of the angle that was that kicked off Monday Night Raw with Seth being out there and then Finn just attacking him, and honestly just could not stop attacking the guy, which led him to go to the hospital, and there was no open challenge for tonight. And then the other big thing was Logan Paul. Logan Paul returned tonight on Monday Night Raw. We all knew he was going to make a statement. We all knew he was here to make an impact. That was what was advertised, and
Mm.
he's in Money in the Bank. He's in Money in the Bank. It wasn't really all that hard to figure out. Using the context clues of everything like that, everybody and their mother is saying that this Money in the Bank has no star power. Apparently, Logan Paul brings that. So Logan Paul is in Money in the Bank. He is the seventh man. How do you feel about that?
It's stupid,
Yeah.
but a blind person could have seen this coming. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I Hopefully he's just there to do some cool spots.
Right.
Do not give him that briefcase.
No.
Please, you've messed up on the briefcase. Out of like the past 5 winners, you messed up on 4 of them. I think, if I'm
Yeah.
thinking correctly.
It's fair enough to say. I
So
mean,
no.
I mean, okay. Let's be logical about this, okay? We all know that this is LA Knight's game to win. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Logan Paul inside the ring. Okay, inside the ring, he's actually really cool. But outside the ring, I don't need that shit. I don't involve with anything when it comes to him. And honestly, like I said with Austin Theory last time, he's not ready. He is not ready to be a world champion within the WWE, especially Logan Paul. Okay,
Mhm.
Logan Paul. No, no. We're all just hoping he's here for the cool spots because obviously he and Ricochet they did a cool spot back in the Royal Rumble when he returned from the ACL MCL medical meniscus tear. back when he returned at the Rumble. They did that whole springboard cross body thing that they just had going on. And that was absolutely fantastic. He's great in the ring. Mm-hmm. And I don't think anybody can really deny that, but him winning Money in the Bank, not the best move, especially for your long-term future of the company. Because you got Seth Rollins, heavyweight champion, and Roman Reigns still the undisputed champion. You're not taking the title off of Roman, and right now, Logan and Seth, again, cool, but we already saw that at Mania.
Yeah, no, just please don't have him win that briefcase. We could be overreacting over nothing, which is what I really think we're doing, or at least I'm doing. But just I hope they don't go that direction. I really hope not.
And people are telling me, "Oh man, the guy touched the briefcase. We don't have to worry about that." That doesn't matter now. It really doesn't matter, especially when you have people backstage that are very high on Logan Paul. Logan Paul legitimately became one of the top favorites to win this Money in the Bank briefcase, whether you like it or not. Obviously, LA Knight is the clear odds fan favorite, the fan favorite, but I mean, WWE and their politicking around type of ways, Logan Paul could win this thing. And I mean, we gotta see where it all goes down on July 1st, but that's what we gotta do. And we had all that take place tonight. Trish Stratus is now in Money in the Bank as well. She finally filled out the 6th and final spot within Money in the Bank. Becky Lynch looked like a complete fool. She looked like a goddamn idiot out there. She was just swinging for the fences, and she just didn't even realize that attacking Trish Stratus would allow a disqualification to happen, and now she's in Money in the Bank. I'm not really for Trish Stratus being in Money in the Bank. I really wanted Raquel to be in there because Raquel would just fit in that type of an environment. But Trish Stratus, at this stage of her career, in a Money in the Bank ladder match, her first ever Money in the Bank ladder match, I'm not for it, man. It's a very up and down type of heel turn for Trish Stratus with me, and it's just not the way to go about things at all. I'm just hoping Io Sky wins this at the end of the day, because this is not Trish Stratus to win.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why I'm like excited that Trish is in it, because I love seeing Trish anyway. So it's just like her being in the match, it don't really matter that much to me. I know they're not gonna. Her situation and the Logan Paul situation are like polar opposites. Like Logan being in there, I'm afraid he's going to win. Trish, I know she's not going to. So if she's just in there to be in there, I just hope she doesn't get hurt. You know, I hope she's not taking the major spots.
If anyone in that camp should be winning this thing, it should be Zoey.
Yeah,
like on it, like when you look at the field of 6 when it comes to the Money in the Bank ladder match this year, I mean, there are 3 people out of the 6. I mean, of course, that's half the field, but the 3 people that I see that really could have a shot at winning this thing are Io Sky, Zelina Vega, and Zoey Stark. Those are the top 3 that I can really see winning this thing, because Zoey Stark is, she might be just starting here on Monday Night Raw, but at the end of the day, a lot of people have big stock within her in the company. She's being pushed big already.
Yeah.
Zelina Vega, she's had, many months here on the main roster that, just continue to stack pile up and up and up. And she's really getting to be like a fan favorite within the company. And I mean, Io Sky is Io Sky. I mean, come on now. But yeah, I mean, I think those 3 are really the odds-on favorites to win this thing out of the 6 that are here, and we'll see what happens when it comes to the women's Money in the Bank.
Whoever does win it, just make sure they hold it for longer than 3 hours. That would be nice. Just please don't have them cash it in the night of, or the next Raw or the next SmackDown.
Yeah, they always
Please.
seem to cash it in on that same night, or the Raw
Yeah.
after, or the SmackDown after, or whatever. Um, so also, we saw a video package of the Civil War within the Bloodline. Oh shit! Off not famous with
Yeah.
our first super chat. Actually, I'm actually glad that somebody did it that way. We actually know it would work. Um,
Yeah.
oh yes, with a $2 super chat. Thank you for
Yeah.
doing stuff with the channel. Actually, that looks great. I didn't even know how StreamYard would actually even do something with the super chat, but all right, it actually just shows it
Yeah.
right there. That's awesome. So there you go. By the way, guys, before I move on to the second point, super chats are live. Send them on in. Tell us what you guys think about the show. We will go through each and every single one as they come in. Normally, I probably would save that for the end of the show, but I don't know how far you can scroll back in the live chat. So we'll just do it as they come in. So if you guys are wanting to say something about the show tonight, make sure to you can donate to the channel. You don't have to. It's not an obligation. You don't have to just like it's not like needed, right? But if you want to say something, it'll highlight the message
Oh.
here, and we'll be able to read it to you guys on air, and we'll be able to talk about whatever you want to talk about. So that's awesome. And yeah, get your super chats in, guys. It's finally live. And you guys can also join the channel as well. Joining the channel, become a member today. Uh, who aren't already in the Discord, by joining the channel, you will automatically get a link to the Discord server. So, like I said, for those of you who are new and aren't in the Discord server just yet, you guys can join the channel today and get invited to our official OTB Discord. So, there is that. And yeah, where was I at? Oh, yeah. So, Money in the Bank, continuing on with the build tonight, we saw a big video package of the Civil War between the Bloodline. It is official. At Money in the Bank, it will be the Usos versus Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns in a tag team capacity. Uh, how do you feel about that, man? I mean, we all kind of saw this coming after, especially what happened on Friday Night SmackDown. But how do you feel that tag team match is going to go down, man? It's going to be a very, very, you know, it's a big deal. It's a big deal because this is really the start of the decline of the bloodline within the Civil War.
Hey man, as long as the Usos win, I'm okay. The fact that this is the closest we've seen to like the finish line,
Yeah.
and the fact that they're doing this match right now makes me think I'm as the days goes on, even though I think that there's like a 95% chance that Roman's going to be champion around WrestleMania time. Depending on how Money in the Bank goes, I think it might end before that. If they want to, 'cause I don't know how you do a decline right now and then build something else up for 7 more months and have him have 7 more title defenses with no Usos there to help him. So the fact that they're doing all this right now and there's not really much buffer time, we might be able to escape the summer with Roman Reigns not being champion anymore going
It's
into the
wild to
fall.
think about, but you're not too far off.
It's but I don't know. I don't know.
So we'll figure that out when we get to there. July 1st is the date for Money in the Bank, where that Civil War does take place. Going to the O2 Arena in London, which is just insane. I mean that's awesome. Um,
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what happens when it comes to that. But guys, we're going to be talking all things Monday Night Raw
Okay. Well, damn. It looks like he's gone. I assume his Wi-Fi went out or something. That's crazy. What the fuck? Oh, there he is.
I got no idea what
Hey.
happened. It just said, you know what, Phil, you're not going to be live tonight. It just
That
said,
was
fuck it.
crazy.
But we're back. Sorry about that, guys. We're gonna talk all things Monday Night Raw tonight. Before we do though, thank you guys so much for all the love and support of the channel. As you guys can see with the first super chat made by Loth, we are able to do super chats and we are able to give you guys a membership for the official OTB channel right here on the podcast. And I mean, this legitimately became official today. Legitimately tonight during Monday Night Raw, I got the email and everything like that we were approved and we're here to go. So that's awesome. And we are actually able to do this for you guys now. So donate to the channel if you are ever so inclined to do so. Like I said, it's not obligated. You don't have to, but if you want to get your message read in the live chat, go ahead. And it actually says here, all super chats will be starred, and I have a specific section for starred comments. So all your super chats will be right here where I can see them, and it's going to be easier for me to find all of them if you guys do intend to send a super chat. So thank you guys so much for all the love and support on the channel to get us this far. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on the bell for all notifications that we never miss when we go live. We will we'll continue to do this thing for you guys as long as we possibly can. It's been going great so far, and we are just continuing to evolve and build as a channel. We love doing this for you guys. So thank you guys for all the love and support there. Follow me on social media. All the TikTok links and everything is down there in the description below, but you guys can follow me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. You guys can follow Loft at Loft Not Famous on all social media platforms. I saw over the weekend that Loft did at least 2 kick streams, and they seem to be very, very successful. So Kick's doing well for you, my man.
Yeah, that was really fun. We were doing as much as we could. I wanted to have a longer stream on Sunday, but I had to leave like 2 hours in. But we got like a good 7 hour in on Saturday. Watched some Total Divas. Did some quizzes. Watched some really weird videos. It was fun though. So it's fun. It's cool. I enjoy Kick.
I'll be making my Kick debut very, very soon once I get my my studio all set and ready to go. I'm trying to get some furniture going over there. We might have to I'm probably getting a couch and some chairs and a desk and all that kind of thing. That way I can actually get like it's gonna be like this huge like a man cave / studio office type of deal. It's gonna be awesome, man. And I can't wait to actually get my two monitors and all that kind of stuff in there, and hopefully get a PC when I'm actually able to, purchase something, because that's going to be the big kicker that I'm going to need, and we'll get things going there. But yeah, it's going to be really fun, and I'll get that kick. we'll get that kick debut going soon, and trust me, guys, AEW Universe Mode will be coming. I did a lot of editing today when it comes to that, so hopefully this weekend we'll get back to AEW. And if you guys, speaking of AEW, go check out the AEW Collision Post Show. We did our first ever AEW Collision Post Show this past Saturday with Deontay and Weaver. It's on the channel right now. AEW Collision was a huge, huge success. Like, that show was absolutely fantastic from top to bottom. And I might not be able to do a Collision show every single Saturday night, considering it's on the weekends, but you will be seeing Collision post shows either on Saturdays or Sundays, depending on some stuff going down, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic to see. So go check that out. We'll be live on Wednesday for the Wednesday Night Dynamite post show, and obviously Friday for the Friday Night SmackDown post show as well. So You guys gotta. We're gonna continue to build upon things, guys. It's gonna be a busy week, considering now that Collision is up and running for AEW. But it's a great time to be a pro wrestling fan. And with Money in the Bank, Forbidden Door, All In, All Out, just really around the corner. I mean, what else could you be asking for, man? It's gonna be awesome. So yeah, let's get right into Monday Night Raw, guys. We kick things off with Burn It Down. Seth frickin' Rollins. He makes his way to the ring. Rollins is standing in the ring, and he's listening to the crowd singing his song. All of a sudden, Finn Balor, who Rollins is going to be facing at Money in the Bank for the World Heavyweight Championship, attacks him from behind. Balor then knocks Rollins out of the ring. Rollins pulls Balor out, but Balor gets the better of him and sends him into the ring post. Balor continues to attack him until WWE officials run down. Special shout out to goddamn Jason Jordan again. This guy continues to show up on Monday Night Raw as a producer slash, WWE official. Goddamn Jason Jordan, he's here. We see you here, bro. We see you. Get American Alpha back on track, bro. You need American Alpha back on track or Alpha Academy to get something going, bro. Chad Gable's your man. Chad Gable is your dude. I don't know why we can't get American Alpha back, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. He's right there. He is right there.
We gotta do an angle like that where he just like shows up. I would lose.
God dang Jason Jordan, bro.
That would be sick.
So they run down to try to break them apart. Balor continues to go back, doing multiple coup de grace to the champion. We saw at least like 2 or 3 coup de grace to Rollins in this assault by Finn Balor, and we were even questioning at all if this World Heavyweight Championship Open Challenge was going to be taking place. Balor acts as like he was backing away and heads towards the ramp, but Balor once again jumps off the steel steps for a third coup de grace onto Rollins, and Rollins winces in pain at ringside. And we were questioning on if the Open Challenge is going to happen at all. Apparently, it looked like it was going to open the show with the Open Challenge, but then all of a sudden this angle took place. Now, Vince was backstage, and he did change some stuff on Monday Night Raw tonight, including this opening segment. So I don't know what was actually supposed to happen here, but Vince changed this to what it was for tonight. Something else was supposed to happen with this, but he changed it to this. So I don't know what that meant, but he changed his opening segment.
So I was hearing
guess
stuff
we'll never
about
figure out what happens.
I was saying I was hearing stuff about Gargano. I don't know how far that went as far as what Gargano was going to do. But I was so hyped during this entire opening segment. I'm trying to get all my Judgment Day propaganda in before they break up the stable, and I don't have any reason for happiness anymore.
Right.
So I'm just I don't know why they're breaking up the stables to me so early, but it looks like it's around the corner. So I'm just trying to get as much happiness from them as I can before too late.
It's way too early. It's way too early. We haven't even reached our peak yet as a stable. We really haven't.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, like, we haven't reached our peak. There's a lot of stuff that these 4 could do with each other. And besides, why would you try to break someone away from the group when you can just add somebody new like a JD McDonough, who we actually haven't seen in, 2-3 weeks? I mean, it's
thought
wild.
He was there last week for some reason.
Maybe I'm just, it's 3 hours. Maybe I'm just blanking.
I think so. I don't know.
If he was, he was. I don't know. But, like, I mean, there were rumors going all over the place that JD McDonough was going to be joining this group. And nothing's really progressed to get there, other than the fact when Finn and JD were talking backstage. I mean, maybe that could have been last week, but maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. And you're right, Aiden. Whatever happened to Odyssey Jones, who got drafted to Monday Night Raw? We have no idea.
Where's Big Boy? That's my man.
Odyssey Jones is just gone. Like, we just don't know where he is.
Big Boy, man.
But yeah, so this actually got me really hyped though to see what was actually going to happen, because I'm like, because I was thinking in my head, I'm like, there's no way that they would really just start off the show with the World Heavyweight Championship being on the line. So this attack would be like, all right, well, can Seth Rollins get better in time for the World Heavyweight Championship Open Challenge should be in the main event? That's what I was thinking. Didn't really happen, but that's where my head was at when the attack took place.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping that this wasn't the actual match. I thought when Finn attacked him first, I thought they were just going to do Rollins and Finn like right to start the show. And I was like, that's kind of stupid considering how Money in the Bank's probably going to go. But right. Anytime Finn shows aggression and is not out there just like losing in pointless matches, I'm okay. You know what I'm saying?
This Finn Balor is what I've been wanting to see for months.
Yeah.
Or honestly, years. Honestly, years. What Seth Rollins is saying when it comes to like this Finn Balor is the Finn Balor that we've always wanted, it's true. Like,
yeah. Wait for a long time for some aggression.
Yeah. It's been a long time coming, and finally we have something going on when it comes to this. So it's a long time coming. So we saw replays of everything that was happening with the vicious attack from Finn Balor to Seth Rollins. If we go backstage to see Seth Rollins holding his ribs in pain and shouting for Finn Balor. Balor attacks him from behind again in the backstage area. He sends Rollins into 2 tables and throw ones onto his ribs. Balor then says that he's been waiting for 7 years for this moment. So that match at Money in the Bank, man, it's going to be fantastic to see. You know, we've been wanting to see something between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor for the 7 years that we actually didn't even get to see it. And now we're going to get it at Money in the Bank for the World Heavyweight title. Should be really fun to see.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I hope is that they don't put that demon stuff on Finn again, because now it's like it's not even like a ooh thing now. Now it's like, oh, now you know who's gonna lose. Cause it's just
no.
I feel like it's been so long since he won a match with that, and that's supposed to be like the unstoppable version of him, but it's been looking very stoppable in the past 3-4 years.
Very true.
So I don't know. I think everyone knows that Rollins is going to win the match, but I'm happy that Finn is just in a better place than what he has been in the past. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how far that gets him. I don't know how much the deterioration of the Judgment Day will affect that, but I'm just gonna take it for what it is at the moment, and I know they're gonna do great at the show. So I'm not even worried about how the match. I know the match is gonna be awesome. So I'm happy we're seeing some freaking aggression from Finn, no matter what. So
the UK crowd is honestly going to make it even better too. I mean, you know, especially at the O2 Arena, that arena is like legitimately legendary. So the atmosphere of everything, especially with the World Heavyweight Championship on the line, it's gonna be a big fight feel, man. It's gonna be a big fight feel. Even though I think we all know where it is actually heading, you know, with Seth Rollins most likely retaining this championship regardless. It's gonna be fantastic, and it's gonna be a big spot for Finn.
Indeed.
So all of a sudden we get back to ringside and we see The Miz all of a sudden out there. He's just shouting, saying that he's heard enough of Seth Rollins. Miz says that Rollins was about to issue an open challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship, and he was about to accept that open challenge, but now he can't. Now he can't deliver. Vince was going to accept the challenge to become a World Heavyweight Champion, and he was uh, uh, Miz is worshipped as a god in this depressing hellhole. That's what he said. And Miz was going to give the people of Cleveland the opportunity to see one of their finest become a champion once again. Miz is going to issue his own open challenge to anyone in Cleveland, and Miz wants everyone to see what a winner looks like amongst a crowd of losers. I legitimately thought it was going to be Johnny Gargano, considering
Yeah.
he's from Cleveland, Ohio, but it was his buddy. It was his DIY tag team partner, or former tag team partner. It will be reunited tag team partners soon, Tommaso Ciampa. His music hits, and guys, it's not that generic ass music that he had before he was on Monday Night Raw. It's No One Will Survive. No One Will Survive is officially back, but he's a babyface. And obviously, he returned tonight. Big babyface reaction. Um, but yeah, he's here. He took out the Miz tonight. No One Will Survive. He's back, man. It's so great to see Tommaso Ciampa back after 9 months of being on the shelf.
That boy looked good too.
He did. He
Looked
looked like
freaking
he was in
awesome.
great shape.
The match was fluid. I don't remember the last time I really stood up in excitement watching a Raw show, but that caught me off guard. So I'm happy he's back. I assume he'll be healed by before too long if they're going to do the Gargano and Ciampa match. If they're going to go, I hope they do it so I can actually watch the match, a match of them in real time this time. Instead of watching it on fucking Peacock. But um,
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to go. But I'm very excited to see him, and I didn't
So
think he'd
you
be
think
back
they're
so
going to
long.
go up against each other?
I hope so. I don't care about the tag match. I ain't gonna lie. I understand the DIY stuff. I don't want to see the tag match. I want to see the both of them destroy each other. That's what I'm invested in. I know they can put on a good tag match together, but the only thing about every time I watch their matches, I don't know who's going to win. And there's very few people who I can sit there and watch, like two people, and I don't know who's going to win just because of like who's there. You know what I'm saying? So there's no predictability in their matches.
Right.
So I'm always down to watch them wrestle when I can't tell who's going to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Should be good though.
I can see where you're coming from. I really do. I personally think they're probably still going to be doing the tag team match. I still think we're probably going to be getting DIY versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at SummerSlam for the tag team titles. I think that's where they're probably heading. But would I love to see a Tommaso Ciampa Johnny Gargano feud on the main roster? Of course I would. I mean, come on now. I mean, we saw these two legitimately have bangers each and every single time they mix it up in NXT. I mean, if you haven't really seen anything, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people in this live chat know what I'm talking about, go check things out on NXT. The NXT takeovers, the one final beat match during the pandemic. They were basically in a goddamn warehouse, and they just continued to put on a banger in front of nobody because it was during the pandemic at the time, and they really couldn't. Uh, Triple H wanted to put them in front of fans, but Gargano said, "Listen, we don't need fans. We don't need an actual crowd. We just want to honestly beat the crap out of each other." And that's what they did in one final beat. It was a fantastic showing. Um, would I love to see it? Yes, of course I would. And No One Will Survive is easily a heel type of theme song. So with
Yeah.
him coming back right now as a babyface, I mean, it's cool. It's cool that we have the No One Will Survive theme song back, and I love that we got it back. But you're right, man. Him being as a heel is probably the best fit for that. And if we get Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa again on the main roster, I really don't think anybody would have a problem with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm honestly going to put them in my WrestleMania 40 card. I don't think they're going to wrestle against each other anytime soon. But if we get to a point where both of them are still available around March, I don't see why you want to put them in a WrestleMania match. And considering that
you want to know
this,
what? I'd have it be for the United States Championship. Honestly, put some gold on the line.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that.
It would have to be the IC title now, but
yeah, I don't know. I kind of just wanted them just to fight just for the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the
just for the
championship
fight
puts
too.
like,
Yeah,
because the championship puts like other stuff on it, and like there's
True.
stuff that happens after that. You know, if they just wrestle just to wrestle, just to do it, I think you may get a better reaction out of the crowd from it. And I think you do that at WrestleMania, because if you do that at like a show, like I don't know, Survivor Series or something, the crowd may not respond, because you either know their history or you don't, or you care about their history or you don't. So it's just like, I think the biggest chance for a whole crowd to be invested into them is WrestleMania, because most of the time, every match at WrestleMania, the crowd's on their feet for the most part. So
yes,
I don't know, but
that makes sense. No, that makes sense.
It's good to see him though, so I don't care what he does.
But yeah, I'm very happy that Tommaso Ciampa is back, and he took it to the Miz tonight, and it was very, very well received. And I can't wait to see what Tommaso Ciampa does now that he's back on Monday Night Raw. Miz gets Ciampa into the corner and kicks away at him. Ciampa fights back and chomps at the chest a few times. Miz reverses a whip into the corner and hits the patented corner clothesline that he always does. And Miz heads to the top rope to go for a diving axe handle, but Ciampa wipes him out with a knee strike, and then Ciampa drops Miz with the fairy tale ending for the win. I love seeing that fairy tale ending, bro. So good. So good to see. And Tommaso Ciampa got his first win back on Monday Night Raw. Makes a great comeback. And he's actually Tommaso Ciampa. It's not just Ciampa, which is fantastic, man. They gave him his first name back.
I wonder what Vince had to say about that. He probably was just pointing himself at the desk. Yeah.
I mean, commentary just continued to call him Ciampa, or at least Corey Graves did. But, I mean, listen, if you want to just shorten it in terms of like a commentary purpose and just call him Ciampa, that's fine to me. I don't really mind that, but his name is Tommaso Ciampa.
I just want to say also, Corey Graves has been running circles around Kevin Patrick for the better part of like 5 months now.
Dude, Kevin Patrick sucks.
It's getting ridiculous. Like,
it's so bad.
It's like 50% of the reason why I hate watching Raw, because it's just Corey out there just carrying. It's just the first hour was like ridiculous of just Corey just running around him. He kind of came back in the second half.
And people still hate Corey. How can you hate Corey when he is legitimately carrying Monday Night Raw right now?
I hate Corey just got hate his face.
I'm sorry, but you just can't hate him right now.
I'm saying he's a great commentator. I just hate Corey's face. I mean, that's just what that is. But he's an insane commentator.
Listen, man, I know. Listen, I know you want Carmella all to yourself, and I get that. But you can't have her, man. You can't have her.
Wait, that is not what we're doing now. Carmella's crazy. I don't know where that came from.
What, you hate his face?
Theme song's kind of crazy, but I'm okay off that. Oh my god. Carmella.
Tommaso Ciampa, though, gets the big dub right here on Monday Night Raw. It's just great seeing him back, bro. It really is. So, they run down what was going to be happening later on in the show tonight with Logan Paul returning. We'll see Trish Stratus battle Raquel Rodriguez for a Money in the Bank qualifying match. And coming up next, we'll see the Bloodline from this past Friday on Friday Night SmackDown. They showed a video package of that. And And yeah, so we come back from commercial break, and the Judgment Day is on the stage. And irate Finn Balor is just pacing back and forth. He says that Seth Rollins' open challenge is canceled by him. Balor is the only one that'll be taking the World Heavyweight Championship from Seth Rollins. As for the crowd, since they all like to sing his song so much, they can sing it at his funeral. Well, so that's pretty intense. That's kind of dark.
They're gonna murder him. Yeah.
So the crowd begins to sing a song, of course, and Rhea Ripley tells everybody to sit down, shut up, and respect the Judgment Day and Mommy. I respect Mommy any day of the week. I do.
I got
and
no
I
problem
love
with that.
Judgment Day. There's no problem with that.
I'm cool.
Honestly, if I was there in attendance, I would have done exactly that. I would have sat down, shut my mouth, and I would have acknowledged Mommy. That's it.
I thought they want us to all rise. I was very confused. Like, do we sit down or all rise? I don't know what.
Yeah, right. They all
two different messages here.
They always say all rise for the Judgment Day, and I always rose. Every
Yeah.
single time when they say all rise for the Judgment Day, I rose to my feet. I did. And now they just want us to sit down and shut up.
I don't know what she wants from me, but you know.
Listen, I'll do anything Mommy wants. That's it.
That was an insane sentence.
I don't care. I don't care. It's Rhea Ripley, man.
I'll do anything.
It's Rhea Ripley, man. I don't think anybody really has a problem with that either.
That's a crazy quote, man. I'll do anything Mommy wants.
I don't think anybody really has a problem with that either, bro. I really don't.
That's crazy.
So at Money in the Bank, that's Aiden. Come on. I thought that.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
that was
a crazy sentence, isn't it?
Who is that even on your profile picture? Is
Jeff.
that Mommy herself?
That's Jeff.
Oh, that's it. It's legitimately so small I can't even really tell.
But
it's all purple, so I thought it was just Judgment Day themed. Let's see. At Money in the Bank, the WWE Universe will be buried at their feet because Balor will be the World Heavyweight Champion. He'll bring that championship home to the Judgment Day. As for her, she has the women's division locked down as the most dominant woman in WWE. Damian Priest will be Mr. Money in the Bank, and her Dom will defeat Cody Rhodes. And then the crowd will loudly boot at that one because nobody wants that, but I'm pretty sure it might actually be going down that way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damian Priest shouts in Spanish. So for all you Spanish speaking people out there, I would love to hear what he said, because Lord knows I don't know.
I know bits and pieces of Spanish, but I can never do it like when they say a full sentence. I can pick out words, but I think when he speaks Spanish, he uses like the slang version of it. So I can't tell. Like I know like the technical version, but like I think he uses like slang as in like regular talk, and it confuses me. I try my hardest to understand, but I can't every time. It's ridiculous.
Lord knows I don't know. Shit, I really don't know much. Okay, but I mean,
I grew up around Colombian people, so I learned Spanish after a while, but it was just that shit was One day I'm gonna know. One day I'm gonna know.
Yeah, someday we'll be able to figure it out.
We're gonna do an OTB Spanish class.
Oh my god.
Saul's gonna be the teacher. He's gonna
he's from PR. They use slang over there.
Yep,
yeah, I mean that is very true. But yeah, so he said that the briefcase is coming home with him, and more importantly, the contract inside will have his name written all over it. Priest says that Cody Rhodes said that Mysterio is getting gassed. Priest warns Rhodes to keep Dom's name out of his mouth, or he'll never be able to fight again. Dominic then tries to speak, but the crowd loudly boos down at him. Mysterio then puts the microphone up to his face, but the crowd just still continues to boo. Mysterio then begins to speak, but the boos just continue to get louder and louder and louder.
Fucking awesome.
Who has heat like Dominic Mysterio right now, bro? Who has heat like Dominic Mysterio right now?
In this company or in wrestling, period?
And pro wrestling. I'll go pro wrestling because nobody else in this company has heat like him.
I don't know anyone who's getting booed out of the building like that every week. I think even like the best heels, I think they get some cheers.
Honestly, I'd say Don Callis. Don Callis is probably the closest.
He
to
sucks because he's bald.
I don't know if you've been watching AEW or not, but Don Callis is.
We don't like him. He's bald, and I hate that dude. Him and Dom are like but I like Dom a little bit, but I still boo Dom just because it's fun to boo Dom. But I hate Don Callis. I hate that dude.
Yes,
he sucks.
It's fun booing Don Callis too. It's like him and Dominic Mysterio are like the A1 and A 1A and 1-2. No wait, 1A and 1B of like the top heels within pro wrestling.
And Pretty Deadly in my house.
It's crazy, man.
In my house, Pretty Deadly are like number one heels.
Pretty Deadly. Well. I mean, hey, you know.
Punch something.
Take a shit to. Okay, listen, Aiden. I listen. Ridiculous. I know. Listen. His name is Takeshita. I know it's spelled like take a shit. But ever since MJF said that, it's just a thing now.
Respect Pretty Deadly. No, I will not. We're not having this conversation, Dan. I promise we're not.
He sucks because he's bald.
He does. He's bald, bro.
Don Callis is legitimately.
He sucks.
Whether you like it or not, Don Callis is basically the Paul Heyman of AEW, but he's a good version of Paul Heyman too.
I respect Paul Heyman
a really good
at times
of it, but so Mysterio finally just shouts, quote, "Cody, you're going to see what I am going to do to you at Money in the Bank. If you can find some partners to face the United Judgment Day together." The Judgment Day music then plays, and that was the end of the segment. So Dominic just said, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to, do the 6-man tag team match, just issue it without even, talking to my Judgment Day brother and sister. And that's it.
Just like that.
So he's just, you know what, fuck it, Cody, 6-man tag. Let's go.
Just like that.
So then we saw the Bloodline Civil War video package coming, and it's legitimately like this big thing, Civil War tag team match at Money in the Bank, Usos versus Solo and Roman, happening at Money in the Bank. We talked about it at the top. It's a great thing to see, and who knows, man, it's going to be very, very fun to witness that go down.
That's gonna be a good ass match, man. I tell you, I don't know who's gonna win that. I want to pick the Usos to win, but is Roman's gonna lose every tag match he's in? I don't care. I would love that, but it's very funny. He just loses all the tag matches and he never gets pinned. I think that's fucking hilarious, but I don't know. It's gonna be sick though.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. So we saw Byron Saxton backstage, and he's with the Undisputed Tag Team Champions KO and Sami Zayn. Saxton asked about the Bloodline implosion, and Owens, as you know, he's continuing to blow up, and he just can't take the questions about the Bloodline anymore. Like, he's just done with them, and he says that they don't care. Zayn says, "Listen, man, it's a fair question to ask," and he's like, "No, it's not. It's not fair enough. It's not a fair question to ask. Enough is enough." Zayn then said, "Enough is enough" with Owens, and Owens asked, "What is he trying to say?" Zayn says that Owens is a rageaholic, and Owens is just like, "What?" what are you talking about? Like I'm not a rageaholic anything. I like it's just what are you even talking about, dude? And he says, listen, man, you have an anger problem. You have an anger issue right now, and I don't know what we can possibly do when it comes down to this. Stan says you need to give it a rest without throwing a tantrum every single time. If you can get through the night without throwing a tantrum, he'll drop it. Plain and simple. But if he can't do it, Owens will have to admit that he does have an anger management problem, and they're going to have to do something about it. Owens agrees to that ultimatum, and Zayn apologizes to Saxon that he had to go, and he had to see all that, saying that it's been 20 years of dealing with something like this. So they both sigh, and now is the end of that segment. What do you think of this character change for Owens? Because during the beginning stages of Triple H being in charge, Owens was just a badass that everybody just loves. And now he's just, acting out, doing all these tantrums. For what? And we've never really seen this up until, honestly, the point where Vince came back. I don't mean to point that out, but it is kind of true.
I was hoping that this was leading to like kind of sort of thing where they were doing with Team Hell No with Dr. Shelby and all that stuff. I was hoping that it was like leading towards something like that. It probably isn't leading something.
That's what Corey said on commentary after that segment. Yeah. He's like, I really hope this doesn't need Dr. Shelby.
I would love if they went that route with it, because that was some of the best stuff that Kane and Daniel Bryan stuff was some of the best stuff ever.
Yes.
I don't know.
Do you think that this could lead to them losing the tag team championships? Kevin Owens' outbursts?
No, I think they'll keep that separate, because it seems like it's a comedy aspect more than like it's surrounding the championships. It hasn't really shown to be something that's detrimental to them when they're in matches. Yeah. So I hope not, but I don't think it's going to go that far.
Because I was thinking, like, during the beginning stages of this, I'm like, what if this is all the reasonings of them possibly losing the tag team championships just randomly, out of nowhere? And then all of a sudden, because of Kevin Owens' outbursts and, just rage and everything like that, Owens turns on Sammy. And then we see a possible Sammy and KO feud. Again, I know, again, it's like, for the billionth time, give it a rest already, Phil. But I mean, that's just where I was heading at. That's just where my head was at when I was saying, like, all right, there's a reason why these outbursts are continuing to go on and on and on.
Yeah.
Do I think it's probably going to happen? I'm still 50-50 on that, because I'm like, we're still getting these outbursts from Kevin Owens, and it's like very weird to see it all go down, And we really did not see this during the beginning stages of Triple H being in control of creative. It's kind of weird that it's just automatically changed on a dime when it comes to KO's character.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go that far. I hope not. I think since it took them so long to get to the point where they can win the championships at WrestleMania, I don't think they'll just end it over a comedy gimmick. I don't think so. I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not either. I'm just still 50-50 on it, because I'm like, these outbursts are still going, and it's wild to see. But we'll see what happens. Sonya and Chelsea Green make their way to the ring, and they are showing TikToks on the video board of Chelsea Green continuing to flip out in public, being a quote-unquote crazy Karen. She was in a coffee shop, and she just didn't like her coffee for whatever reason. Then she was at just a nice restaurant, and she didn't like her food, and then she was just driving, and somebody beeped at her, and she got out of her car and yelled at some poor man that beeped because she wasn't moving. And she's like, "Listen, I can have you arrested because I am Chelsea Green." Like, okay. They were
Cool.
taking on Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. But yeah, that's just what was happening. And by the way, shout out to Samantha Irvin again. Chelsea Green's intro, incredible. I just love Samantha Irvin, man. We all do. We all love Samantha. But the Chelsea Green is
She's
so
excellent
good.
at everything that she does. She's excellent, bro. Fucking awesome.
Fake ass TikToks. I mean, obviously they are accounts made by WWE and they did them staged ways. Maybe they are staged. They weren't Chelsea's TikTok. They weren't. You can clearly see it in the profile photo that they had, but like it wasn't Chelsea's TikTok.
I thought they were
But
about to show us on the screen. I thought we made it. Let's take for a minute.
But they did face Kaden Carter and Katana Chance tonight, and I continue to say this every time that they are on screen, bro. But Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, I'm actually finally getting used to calling Casey Catanzaro Katana Chance. She's still Casey Catanzaro to me, but I'm just used to the name now, I guess. But every time they're out there, they're legitimately the tag team in the women's division that is a cohesive unit that actually makes sense and that actually work well together. They are a legitimate women's tag team in this floundering women's tag team division. They are fantastic.
I don't see. I'm so worried about how these championships are about to go because I would be astonished if Ronda and Shayna did not beat Alba and Isla. Whenever I think they wrestle like either this week or next week. I don't know. But
they wrestle on this coming Friday SmackDown.
Okay. So it's just I'm worried, but I'm not because you have tag teams like Caden and Katana on the roster, but I don't know how far they're going to go because you got Ronda and Shayna there putting on this ruse that they care about the tag division, and I don't think they do. So as long as Caden and Katana are getting matches, and hopefully they have like longer ones so they can get more over with the crowd. They also need to bring back the little air gun thing, whatever that thing is that they have, because that is also something that gets the crowd invested into what you're doing because you're helping the crowd get involved in your entrance.
They're in the crowd and they are involved in their entrance when they were making that entrance back in NXT.
That's what I'm saying.
I could kind of see why they don't technically do it on the main roster because it's obviously a bigger arena, but just have them start like halfway, and like you can go through the crowd. Like it's not like, I mean, I understand technically where they're coming from, but them just walking from the ramp, it doesn't feel the same, especially not the presentation wise that you did in NXT.
Yeah. It's all about presentation with them, seeing that you don't have a lot of room to work with on Raw,
Right. Yeah. But yeah, this was cool. Obviously, I say obviously, but this is really their first win on the main roster, Kaden and Katana. They lost their first ever matchup on Monday Night Raw to the tag team champions. But even though they lost in that first matchup that they had on Monday Night Raw, they really did show out against those two. And hell, to some of the people that I've even talked to outside the space, some even told me that they actually carried Ronda and Shayna to the match, which is saying something considering the time that they had in there with Ronda and Shayna. But this was good. They won the tag team match here tonight. Carter kicked DeVille in the face and hit a snapmare. Chanson tags in. Chance and Carter hit a springboard moonsault slingshot leg drop combo, but Green breaks up the pinfall. Carter and Chance trade tags, and they hit DeVille with the falling neckbreaker 450 splash combo for the win. I don't know what they call that move, but if they do, they need to call it something. I think they called it like Life of the Party, like back in NXT, but I don't know if they continued that name over. But regardless, it's a great finisher, and they just continue to use that more, man. These if you want to put these two as your actual tag team champions in the future, do it, but give them actual tag teams to go up against.
For real, because they're way too good to be just floundering on Raw. Way too good.
Yes. They think they call it the after party. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, they're all about partying, so the after party does kind of make sense with it, but who knows? They win. They got things going and good stuff there. Kathy Kelly then was on the stage to introduce the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. They did this interview on the stage back like when Mean Gene did it back in back on older Raws and everything like that. I remember when they did like an old school Raw back like a few years ago, and they had like the podium on the stage and everything like that, and they did interviews there. It was kind of cool just seeing it on the stage. Rhodes comes out to a big ovation, wearing the cast on the arm. He's got a broken arm, guys. He's got the bionic arm now. You know he has to have a bionic arm. He's like goddamn Samoa Joe in WWE 2K My Career. You know?
Oh dear God. Ugh.
It's wild, man. You know he's got a bionic arm now. That was a wild time, wasn't it?
That game was terrible.
Man. He just has a goddamn bionic arm, just all golden arm.
That game was horrendous. Oh my God. Oh.
So comes out to a big ovation. What's going on, Jacko?
Yep.
But yeah, he comes out with the bionic arm to a huge ovation, and she asks Cody about the 6-man tag team challenge laid out by the Judgment Day, or really Dominic Mysterio. And Rhodes says Cleveland is on fire tonight. Judgment Day is also on fire. Rhea Ripley is dominating. Damian Priest has a ladder match in a few days. And he could win Money in the Bank. And Finn Balor might leave London as a World Heavyweight Champion. But then there's Dominic Mysterio. It won't be hard to find two guys to team with him tonight. So Rhodes accepts the challenge. So, I mean, honestly, you know, this was very harmless. Very harmless, very simple. They are not mentioning anything Brock Lesnar, which I am perfectly fine with. But trust me, bro, after Money in the Bank, we're sadly going to get back into the Brock Lesnar Cody Rhodes thing. And we're going to get Cody and Brock 3 at SummerSlam. In a match that we, quote, haven't seen in quite some time. I got no idea what that means, but we'll get there.
I don't want to see them fighting anymore. I do not want to see them fight anymore.
I don't. Me neither. I don't either, but it's slated to happen. People are saying it could be a first blood match. People are saying it could be a bull rope match. Cody wanted it to be a dog collar match, but WWE obviously rejected it.
Yeah. They ain't doing that.
Plus, I wouldn't want Brock Lesnar tied to me with the goddamn dog collar anyway, because he can just yank that chain, and you're
Brock would
dead.
Kill somebody
Honestly,
with that.
You're just dead.
Brock would kill somebody with a dog collar.
I mean,
Oh my god, that is horrendous. Oh my goodness. Oh,
And Cody wanted it. Cody pitched a dog collar match.
what is wrong with him? Brock Lesnar being tied to you with a collar on your neck? No. Oh,
Honestly, if it were me, I'd probably do 3 Stages of Hell. We haven't seen that in forever, it seems
that would be
like.
cool.
And
That
if
would
you
be
wanted
cool.
to do 3 Stages of Hell, that could work. I don't even think we've really seen 3 Stages of Hell since I think the last time we saw a match of 3 Stages of Hell was probably back in 2008, if I'm not mistaken. And I think it's JBL and Cena. Could have been. You guys can fact check me on that. If I am right, then I'm just god dang, I'm Nostradamus. If wrong, then damn. I guess I really don't know my 3 Stages of Hell history, but it's okay. But
I'm
yeah,
trying to think.
I think
I
that would
feel
be
like I
cool.
heard that concept happen in the past like 2 years. I don't know what I was watching. I might be tripping, but I don't know. Did someone
Actually,
have
no.
a 3 Stages of Hell match? Oh, Adam Cole versus okay.
Oh.
Huh.
Hmm. And where was I getting Cena? Cena and JBL was First Blood. That's it.
Okay.
Cena and JBL was First Blood. I just realized that now. Yeah, Cena and JBL was First Blood. Damn. All right, I was close. Yeah, Cena defeated JBL at One Night Stand 2008. That's what I was thinking of. Um,
Okay.
but First Blood, I mean that's honestly probably my number 2. If they don't want to do 3 Stages of Hell, then First Blood is probably going to be the best bet because Cody loves to bleed, and Brock he bled in their last match, so who knows? Um, yeah. So who knows? We'll see what happens, but it's a match that we haven't seen in quite some time. So that's what the report's saying anyway. But
Hmm.
but yeah, we'll probably get back to that when we get there. But we come back from a commercial break after the Cody segment, and it's Inda Share and Sangha and Veer versus Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. They legitimately got fed to Inda Share tonight. Yeah. There's nothing. There's nothing for me to grab onto when it comes to Inda Share, man. And at first, I was actually liking their presentation, but now, what are they doing?
I see what they're going for, you know? I see what they're trying to do. It's just squash matches aren't the way to go anymore. I think that's what my
No.
conclusion is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think squash matches are the way to go anymore because they oversaturate it. Every time a new superstar comes in, they just do squash match. It's no longer the days of squash match means your superstar is great now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's now time for if you have a new wrestler on your roster, put him in like a 15-20 minute match. Just show his longevity. Uh,
Showcase them. Like,
yeah, move
showcase us
set.
what they are meant to do.
You know, give the crowd a chance to like understand who this person is. Don't just throw them in there for 30 seconds.
See what
Oh,
they are about.
they want a match in 30
Yes.
seconds. Now they're just the best. No,
The
that's not how you do that.
the only time, the only time where I accept a squash match like that is what they did for Miro on Saturday Collision. I know you probably don't watch Collision, and that is
Mhm.
okay, but stick with me here as I say this. So, Miro, we all know Miro was out for God knows how long
Mhm.
in AEW. Now, he was out with an injury, so it's not like he was just sitting at home, just doing nothing. He was out with an injury. But,
Mhm.
but let's say if you're a superstar coming back from an injury and they're just going to showcase you for what it is, and you're already a dominant force. If you're coming back from an injury, staying that dominant force, going out there, having a match, but still allowing the other person that you're squashing to get some kind of offense on you, but still win in the end, that's fine to me. That's fine to me.
Mhm.
If you're coming back from an injury, a long term injury, but you're still going to be shown as a dominant force, kick the crap out of somebody. Fine. But also have the other person do something along with you, and you're good to go. But these tag team squash matches aren't the way to go about it. And I like the way I like in to share. I think what they actually have in terms of a cohesive unit can actually do something. But the way they're going about it is all wrong.
Yeah, it just
And it's kind of
it looks weird.
and it's weird that I'm liking something Jinder Mahal, bro. It really is. It really is. But
Oh,
it's not really Jinder Mahal. It's really Sangha and Veer because I actually see potential in those two as a team. Jinder, I
yeah,
could care less about, but the tag team could be something,
yeah.
or
They're
at
they're
least
not
something
terrible as a
dominant.
team. They're definitely not terrible as a team. It's definitely just the execution of what you're trying to do with them.
Yeah.
It's it's off-putting at times, I guess. It's off-putting a
Oh,
little
and did
bit.
you hear about the report about them possibly going to India for a premium live event?
Yes. Yes.
Do you have any thoughts on that? Because if they are being persuaded to go to India for a PLE, could they be going after the tag team titles if this is the way that they're trying to present them?
Oh yeah, if they get the India show, they're definitely gonna put them in a match against KO and Sammy or whoever's champion at that point. Yeah, most likely.
Yeah,
They
like
just
I
love doing
mean,
that now.
that could politics legitimately end the tag team championship reign if that is the case? I mean, could we
I don't think they're
possibly be
gonna.
seeing these two as tag team champions when it's all said and done?
I don't think they're gonna lose them. I think they're just doing the match just to showcase them at a higher point. I don't think they're gonna have them go over. It'll just be like Sammy against Roman. Kind of just a more less of a coincidence kind of thing, but they're not. I don't think they'll put them over.
I'm I'm hoping. I'm hoping, but who knows? Man, if politics does go far when it comes to pro wrestling, who knows what the fuck could happen? Um, but you're right. I'm just hoping it could be a situation like Sammy in
Yeah.
in uh, in Canada. But we'll see. Um, so I mean, like I said, they basically got fed to Veer and Sangha. I keep wanting to say Shanky, but the dancing Shanky is nowhere to be seen.
Where's
So
Shanky at? That's the guy right there. Where did he
where
go?
is Shanky? Like,
Oh man, that's that guy.
where is the dancing Shanky? Like, come on now.
He
I
never
mean,
hurt anybody.
isn't he Indian? He should fit like a glove in this share. And I'm not saying that because he's Indian. I'm just saying that because he was with Jinder before. So what happened?
I don't know where that guy is. Man, Shanky man.
And don't be twisting my words in there, chat. I know what you would probably say. I'm not saying that because he's Indian. I'm saying that because he was with Jinder before. Don't twist my
He
words saying
definitely
that
was
I'm a
with
goddamn
Jinder.
racist towards Indians. I'm not.
He definitely was with Jinder.
He was with Jinder. Shaking
Ah,
at home, collecting checks. I mean,
yeah,
hell.
probably. Pretty much.
um, so Benjamin fights back against Veer, but Veer kicks him in the midsection before punching him down. Sangha then tags in. Veer then hangs Benjamin on the top rope, and Sangha does a big boot to the midsection. Veer then tags back in and to share. Um, does a sidewalk slam diving leg drop combo for the win. And they pick up the win over Shelton and Cedric. I just feel bad for them, man. I do. I feel bad for Cedric. I feel bad for Cedric. I feel bad for Shelton. They are legitimately just there to get jobbed out to. And I don't know when their contracts are out. I don't. But I'm contemplating, man. I am contemplating if I'm Jinder and if I'm not Jinder. If I'm Cedric and Shelton.
I don't even think you would leave because I don't think Shelton has much left to offer his body to, because he's been wrestling for like a really, really long time. So he may just be in this point just in a retirement role. I don't know how much Cedric has left because Cedric doesn't get to he doesn't get to show what he has left anymore. And I don't know how old Cedric is anyway, but I think Shelton might be winding down. But if Cedric does have more left, and I don't know.
Cedric Alexander is 33 years old. I mean, the guy is right now, like at the age of 33 years old, from ages 35 to 38 is technically when wrestlers are in their prime of their career.
Yeah.
So to speaking. I mean, that's just what a lot of just, wrestlers that I have talked to on the indies have said. He's 33. He's got tons of time, but WWE has to give him the freaking tools in order to show us what he's got. He's a talented superstar. We all know this. But they just don't give him that role. And Shelton's been doing this for a long time, bro. And
long time.
When he just returned to WWE when he did, I was shocked when he returned. Back when he did, I don't even know when did he return to the company? Because he returned. Wasn't it like? I would say I was thinking 2018, but maybe that's not it. No.
I don't even know.
On July 26, 2016 episode of SmackDown. That's invention. Okay. So in 2016, he returned to WWE.
Okay.
Wild. But before he even made his return, he apparently tore his rotator cuff and could not really debut up until August of 2017. So he really debuted in 2017, but he signed back with WWE in 2016. He just got hurt and he just couldn't debut. So he's been back in WWE since 2017. He's just been in that role. He teamed with Chad Gable at the beginning of his comeback, which is a crazy team, but it worked for what it was.
Yeah.
And he's just been in these tag teams since coming back. He did the Gable thing. He was in the Hurt Business. And then they kind of just repaired him with Alexander. And that was it,
I did a job in this business.
Yeah. But I mean, he's been doing this thing for a long time. He debuted back in 2000. So I mean, he's been doing this for a good 23 plus years. He's just he is what we call in this business a veteran. But
I think he's going to be all those people that they just messed up on. He's at the age of
47 years old.
They messed up on him for so long. So long.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. They had so many times to capitalize on the guy.
Yeah.
From the gold standard to but hey, we love Benjamin over here anyway. So
always Benjamin.
But the undisputed tag team champions KO and Sami Zayn are walking backstage. Owens bumped into a stagehand who spilt water on his shirt. The stagehand apologizes profusely, and Owens fights down the anger and accepts his apology. Owens then says that he doesn't have an anger problem. He has an idiot problem. Then Matt Riddle shows up, and Owens is like, all right, yep, in comes the idiot, I guess. and Riddle talks about watching movies like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Owens then shouts before smiling and says, those are great movies, Riddle. Those really are. Owens wishes him luck in his match, and Riddle pats him on the chest, and Owens just says, don't touch me, and he walks away. Riddle. Riddle always seems to have those kinds of moments in backstage segments where he's just like, yeah, I'm here now. It's Riddle, man.
God, man.
It's Riddle.
That guy's something else.
So we come back from commercial break and we see Logan Paul sitting on a ladder in the ring. And he's right underneath the Money in the Bank briefcases. And the crowd loudly boos him. So, good to see the crowd actually knowing what they're doing. Thank you, crowd. So, Paul says that it's great being back in Ohio. Paul says that he was walking down the streets of Ohio and he saw many kids full of ambition, like he was. The best people in the world come from Cleveland, Ohio, like LeBron James, Jerry the King Lawler, and Logan Paul. He has, when he looks back in his life at Cleveland, he thinks about all the moments that he's made and that were great. His greatest moment was leaving Ohio because he got to pursue his dream in Hollywood. They all stayed and to freeze their ass off in the winter. Paul then comes back and he smells the industrial steel. Also, the Browns still suck, which they do. Listen, right now, Logan Paul, he still sucks at doing promos, but when he told all of us that the Cleveland Browns suck, and me being a Baltimore Raven fan, I was all for that. So I'm like, yeah, there you go. Thank you. So Paul says their people cannot stop losing. His brother, Jake Paul, lost a boxing match. He lost to Seth freaking Rollins. Hell, The Miz lost tonight. So he's just basically naming people that lost here in Cleveland. Today is the day Clevelanders stop losing. Paul is bringing respect back. Paul calls WWE executives because he can and got himself an invitation. He is now inserted into the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, and Paul will cash in on whoever he wants, whenever he wants, and then he's coming back to Cleveland to go crazy. Ricochet, who is also in the Money in the Bank ladder match, comes on out to the stage. He says that he wants to congratulate Paul for getting in the Money in the Bank ladder match. They all understand that Logan Paul has a big social media presence, but Ricochet wants him to understand something. The only reason Paul got added into the Money in the Bank ladder match is that he is because he made Paul go viral at the Royal Rumble, and it doesn't change the fact that Ricochet will leave London as Mr. Money in the Bank. Shinsuke Nakamura then comes out and interrupts, and Nakamura says that, listen, you may not have a problem with this, but I do. The King of Strong Style will be Mr. Money in the Bank. LA Knight then comes out to a huge ovation. And Knight says, quote, "Let me talk to you." Knight then sees Ricochet and Nakamura as two guys as useless as basketball cleats. Then he says he sees a guy that makes videos for 14-year-old girls and pretends to be a megastar. That's a fucking shot. And oh, LA Knight is I died when he said that. I legitimately died. So Knight has a map for Logan Paul, and he says that it shows all the directions to where he can put the the prime cans up his ass, and that briefcase has his name written all over it. Santos Escobar then heads to the ring, and Escobar says that he's hearing empty promises and lies. Escobar welcomes Paul to the party, but at the end of the day, at Money in the Bank, standing tall will be a man that represents La Raza and the LWO. Then Butch from the Brawling Brutes heads to the ring because, he's in the Money in the Bank ladder match as well, and he says he doesn't even know who that is, which says something. But Butch gets into the ring and attacks Logan Paul. A brawl breaks out between all seven men in the ladder match, and Escobar and Ricochet tackle each other out of the ring. Paul wipes out Butch with a right hand and stands in the ring. Paul then takes out Escobar and Ricochet with a somersault senton. Paul then gets into the ring. He gets onto the ladder. He climbs up to the top and poses with the Money in the Bank briefcase. And that is how that segment goes off the air. Now, this is very formulaic. Obviously, this was very formulaic in the sense that, one person from the Money in the Bank ladder match comes out, then another one, then another one, then another one, until basically everybody is out there. And then a brawl shows up. Just exactly what we had here. I don't know what else you want me to say. It's a very formulaic type of thing. We see this every single time when it comes to a Money in the Bank build. And whoever usually holds up that briefcase at the end of it most likely says, in WWE's logic, that they're not winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. But this is Logan Paul. Logan Paul, whether you like it or not, is an odds-on favorite to win this thing. He shouldn't be, but he is. And now, we should be worried. We should be, but I think we are okay. We're in the clear as of right now. It definitely should be LA Knight's game to win. Yeah, but we got to figure that out. We got to see. And hopefully we get the right winner in the end. But guys, before we move on into the rest of the show, we will be kicking things off with the Ludwig Kaiser and Matt Riddle match. I do want to say thank you guys so much for showing up tonight for the OTB review of Monday Night Raw for your June 19th, 2023. If you guys want to send in a super chat, say something about the show, you guys are ever so inclined to do so. You guys don't have to, but if you guys do want to see a highlighted message, from whatever you want to say about Monday Night Raw, or basically anything that you want to talk about with us, send it in a super chat. We'd love to talk to you guys about it. And yeah, also, if you want to become a member of the channel, you guys can. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. So thank you guys for all the love and support. Are we going to review NXT Gold Rush tomorrow? We don't usually do NXT reviews anymore, but with NXT Gold Rush coming around for tomorrow, and with Seth Rollins being on NXT, we might talk about it. We might talk about it for Tuesday's talk. We could do a Tuesday's talk, or we could do an NXT Gold Rush review if you guys want that. We definitely could. Loft loves watching NXT regardless, so if he wanted to do something for NXT tomorrow, I don't think he would have a problem with that. So if once Loft gets back here, we can totally talk NXT Gold Rush if that is something that we could possibly want to do. So yeah, we'll talk about it when he gets back. So yeah, we can possibly do something for Gold Rush tomorrow. I didn't even realize Gold Rush was tomorrow, up until the point where Seth accepted a challenge for the World Heavyweight title match against Braun. So yeah, we could possibly do something. So yeah, like I said, if you guys want to talk about anything you want when it comes to the super chats, send one on in, and we'll definitely read those out on stream. It's gonna be fun. We actually already had our first super chat. It was Loft, but we basically did it that way. We know that they're working, and it is working. So, like I said, you guys want to donate to the channel, it's not needed, but you guys can, and we'll read your super chat out on live stream. So, it's cool. It's really cool to see. We then had Matt Riddle versus Ludwig Kaiser. And this was good. This was a very, very good match between Ludwig and Matt Riddle. Really, really good match. Really good match. You know, Matt Riddle, whether you like him, whether you don't, you can't deny his in-ring talent. And Ludwig Kaiser, very underrated in the ring. Not a lot of people really think that he is all like. I mean, obviously he's in the tag team of Imperium, but as a singles guy, he kills it. He kills it in the ring. So we saw Riddle. He gets Kaiser into the ring and hits a Fisherman's Buster, but that goes for a near fall. Gunther then shouts instructions from ringside. Riddle then angrily looks at the ring general. Riddle then lifts Kaiser, but Kaiser slides off and hits an uppercut. Kaiser then floors him with a step up enziguri. Riddle then comes back with a kick and a knee to the face. Riddle then goes for a springboard, but Kaiser counters it into a rolling Death Valley driver for a very close near fall. Kaiser cannot believe that did not put Riddle away at that point. Kaiser then chops Riddle in the corner and hits a vicious suplex. Kaiser then comes back off the second rope and does a diving European uppercut attempt, but Riddle counters it into a German suplex, which looked phenomenal, right? And Riddle flattens Kaiser with a Bro Derek for the win, and that was it. What happened to Baldy? They're selling an ankle injury, I believe. Riddle took out Giovanni Vinci with an ankle lock, and I think they're just selling an ankle injury for Giovanni. So who knows? But yeah, Matt Riddle picked up the win here against Ludwig Kaiser, and that was it. Riddle then ducks a chop attempt from Gunther and kicks away at him. Gunther then soon blocks a kick and turns him inside out with a kick to the balancing leg. Kaiser then attacks Riddle and holds him down. Gunther then stomps Riddle's ankle twice to hurt him like he hurt Giovanni Vinci. And Gunther and Kaiser leave the ring, and Riddle holds his injured left leg. And yeah, they are they're really selling this this injury upon injury angle between Giovanni Vinci and Riddle now. We're most likely going to be still getting Riddle and Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship at Money in the Bank, which is going to be very satisfying to watch. So that's really cool to see. And that beatdown was satisfying to watch. Yeah, so I think we're most likely going to be getting Riddle and Gunther for the IC title. And if that's the case, here's my money. Seriously. I think it's going to be great. So, the World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins will be on the Pat McAfee show tomorrow. So that's going to be interesting. At 12:20 Eastern Standard Time. So, if you guys are free and you guys are watching the Pat McAfee show at any point in time, 12:20, get to see Seth Rollins. Matt Riddle is being held backstage by WWE personnel, and he can barely put any weight on that left ankle. So they are definitely selling this ankle injury for Matt Riddle. Backstage, we see the Undisputed Tag Team Champions Sami and KO. They're talking backstage. The Intercontinental Champion Gunther and Kaiser walk up to them. It says that they weren't even called upon again, so I don't know why you guys are here. And he's like, listen, don't get hot, says Kaiser. We just want you to see what we did to your friend Riddle back there. Owens begins to flip out, but Zayn stops him. Zayn says that they have something else to take care of, so they need to go. And they walked off. So, whatever that means, I don't know what that means, but that's obviously meaning something. KO was shown something on Sammy's phone, and they had to go deal with something. So, whatever that meant, we'll probably find out next week, but that was something to take a look at for sure. We then had a match between the Alpha Academy, thank you, and the Viking Raiders. Again. So, okay. The Viking Raiders pick up the win in this one out of their series of matches. I mean, we've seen these two teams go at it for the last few weeks. The Viking Raiders win this time around. And Valhalla, she got on the apron, but Maxine Dupree pulls her down. She then hits Valhalla with a vertical suplex to the floor, which was insane. I mean, listen, Maxine Dupree, she's getting into like this wrestling role now with them. She's actually hitting solid moves, which is crazy to me to even say, but she hit a goddamn vertical suplex on Valhalla, and it looks nice. And it looked nice. So she hit the vertical suplex. Otis celebrates with Maxine in the ring, and Eric hits a distracted Chad Gable with a full Nelson into a knee to the head for the win. And that was it. The Vicious Viking Raiders pick up the win over Alpha Academy. They need showers. And, yeah. The Vicious Viking Raiders pick up a win over Alpha Academy. Okay.
Why they keep pinning Chad?
Me neither, bro.
I'm tired of it. We were cool for a little bit, and then he got pinned again, and I just wanted to scream. Why?
Dude, I don't know.
The Raiders was too stinky. Fuck.
Before that, we had the Riddle and Kaiser match. I went over that earlier, but how'd you feel about that match, man? Because that match actually slapped. That match went way too hard. Went
Wasn't bad
harder
at
than I thought
all.
it was going to be.
It's just two really good wrestlers, so it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad at all.
And then how'd you feel about that Money in the Bank? Like, you know how all those Money in the Bank segments go. One person enters
Yeah.
Money in the Bank, but then all of a sudden this person then comes out from the ladder match, and this person, all of them are out there, and then a big brawl breaks out. I mean, it's a very formulaic type of way. We see it every time.
In the beginning, I got mad, and then LA Knight came out, and I immediately started screaming.
Dude, when he said Logan Paul makes videos for 14-year-old girls and then thinks that he is a megastar, I'm like, holy shit, this guy just went in.
Nah,
This
when he
guy.
said when the crowd said his name for him, that was
Yes.
everyone in that arena.
Everyone in
that
the
arena
arena
said that. He's so unbelievably over, bro.
He legitimately said he makes videos for 14-year-old girls and pretends that he is a megastar. I'm like, dude, this guy just legitimately.
He might be spitting. He just might be spitting.
Dude.
He just might be spitting. I don't know. He just might be spitting.
And then, and then Santos comes out. Like, I love Santos, but I see the participation in our Discord all the time.
Yeah.
People just aren't. A lot of our people aren't into Santos right now, and I don't like. Santos is great, but I think it's just the whole LWO, collaboration where they just lose is why it just makes Santos not that likable of a guy.
Yeah,
But he should be.
I think Zelina's the best part of that. Zelina and Ray. I think Zelina and Ray are the best parts of that stable because they just put a lot of effort into them. I don't think they put enough effort into Santos or Joaquin or Cruz del Toro. So you have a lot of empty space in between there, you know? You got to try to figure out how you were going to make LWO what Legado was. Legado was important. You know what I'm saying? Legado just it exuded importance as soon as they came out. LWO just it started off hot.
Yeah.
I remember being live for it and just start screaming when they like first unveiled it. But it's just I'm not going to shit on it immediately because I think it just needs some time to give them the ball, you know. And of course, the company is so heavy with stables right now. You can't put all your effort into every stable. I think the biggest stables are obviously what's left of the Bloodline and Judgment Day.
Yeah.
So Alpha Academy is on their way up. For the love of God, Hit Row needs something like that. But LWO just needs to they need to Triple H needs to put some gas in the car because right now they're just pushing the car and the car is not going nowhere. They need to put some gas in the car or
you're trying to push a car that's in park right now.
Yeah.
Either put it in neutral and push them ever so slightly, or put some goddamn gas in the car and actually have it accelerate.
Yeah, but I will say this. One way to put the gas in the car is having Santos win Money in the Bank. But at the same time, that's not the best idea right now because you have a LA Knight screaming at you. So I don't think while that's a way to gas the car up, not the way you need to do that right now. You know.
I agree.
It's gas, but it's like premium gas. You can't put premium gas in a Honda. You'll blow the fucking shit up, you know. So I don't know.
Out of the 7 people now that are in this Money in the Bank ladder match with Ricochet, Shinsuke, LA Knight, Escobar, Butch, Damian, and Logan Paul, who are your top 3 that you're looking at? That could be either, your top 2 winners and then a dark horse.
First of all, LA Knight, yeah, he's gonna be number one. Um, as much as I hate him, Damian Priest is my number two, just because I feel like they're preparing for him. I can't talk. Preparing him for something. Um, I don't know what, but it looks like they're about to go on like a mega push thing whenever they separate from the Judgment Day. I still think he's going to be a Paul Heyman guy at some point, so I think that's what they're going with.
Yep.
But it's LA Knight, Damian, and I would love if freaking Ricochet won a Money in the Bank match. I know he can be a world champion. I know he can. It's just they're not going to do it, and I don't know how you. I'm gonna make like the 15th NXT reference again tonight, but I don't know how you see what Ricochet did with people like Adam Cole and Dream and all those different people, and just don't give him a world championship on the main roster. Like the closest thing he got to a world title was like getting destroyed by Brock at that one time at that one show. It's just been weird for Ricochet, and he's so good. I don't want them to waste him because he's so unbelievably good. But
yeah,
I don't know. But I would love if any one of those three won. If anyone else won, I wouldn't be mad at it. Except Logan, I would be enraged if Logan won. But Knight, Damian, and Ricochet are my three, I think.
Yeah. For me, my top two are exactly your top two. It's LA Knight, yeah, and Damian. And in my three, like for a dark horse out of the rest of the people, I'm not picking Logan because I don't want Logan to win this thing. So it's not happening. But honestly, it would be Santos. Like you said, man. If WWE wants to put gas in the car, if you have Santos win Money in the Bank, and let's say Zelina won earlier on in the night, that's easily a great way to get LWO back on track, and then obviously you have the tag team of LWO in Joaquin and Cruz del Toro to get some wins and actually gain some momentum in their faction.
Yeah.
And right there, you have the biggest staple on Friday Night SmackDown, right then and there, even with the Bloodline in tow, because the Bloodline is imploding right before our very eyes. So if Santos won, that would be a great way to start off.
Plus, I think they're probably not going to do this because WWE hates women's tag teams, but you have two very beautiful Mexican women. Well, I think Lola Vice is Puerto Rican. I think. If you want to get Zelina, Lola, and Lola and Elektra are a tag team on NXT right now.
Yep.
They're like bouncing between Level Up and NXT. If you want to just break Zelina, oh, she's Cuban. You want to bring Lola and Elektra to Zelina and then just separate Zelina from LWO, and then you have a 3-woman stable of just those three. You've taken what LWO had, you've separated it and given Zelina something. Zelina can be the mic person because you know how good she is on the mic with stuff she was doing with Andrade.
Yes.
You built like 3 things off of one. You know what I'm saying? And that all can start with Santos and Zelina winning Money in the Bank. If you want to go that direction.
Right. And or I mean, you don't want to have like a 5-person stable, or honestly, wait, that's honestly 7 if you add God dang Lola and
yeah,
and Elektra in there, because that's like
huge
3 women and 4 men.
Yeah,
it's like a huge stable. And it's not like they really can't do that anyway, because Joaquin Wilde is he's Filipino. So
yeah,
I mean, like it's basically all the Spanish speaking countries. And I mean, a lot of people just say like it should just be like, the whole LWL is it's just for uh Spanish and Spanish only, but obviously, I mean, you got one guy, like you got one guy from the Filipino, one guy's Mexican, and then like you got all these people around the world, Spanish-speaking countries. LWO is a lot more than just that, man. So it's you can do a lot with it, man. And I see LWO shirts all over the place here, and it's Connecticut.
Yeah, they're freaking over.
Like it's not just like it's all over the place now. It's a movement, man, and you can make it happen.
I think you have something good with it. You just have to give people a reason to care more than they already do. You know what I'm saying? You have to give people a reason to respect them, not just as a shirt, as more of a threat. Because the Bloodline make new shirts every week, but the Bloodline makes sure that you know what they are every time they come out on the screen. So you got to show that same effort, even Judgment Day.
Exactly.
Even Judgment Day.
Yeah, exactly. So Judgment Day, speaking of them, are backstage. Dominic says that it doesn't matter what two partners Cody picks because they are on the same page. Rhea then looks at Finn and Damian saying that you guys are on the same page, right? And Damian says, look, at the end of the day, our issues aren't with each other, so we're cool. We're cool. And Balor didn't he didn't seem very convinced about that, but Ripley says, listen, you guys can talk back here. I gotta go deal with my problem, apparently, with Natalia. So she walks out, and Kathy Kelly is backstage with Natalia. She asks Natalia what did she do to prepare for this rematch, and Natalia says that what happened at Night of Champions rocked her to her core. She says she has to figure things out. She has to figure if she even still belongs. Tonight will be a chance to prove that she can.
Yeah.
The match didn't even happen. They're out there. Rhea just attacked her, and the match never went away. Right? The match never just. She got nattied.
I love it.
She got nattied again, and I'm sorry to all you Natalia fans out there, if there even are any, but I'm sorry. That was harsh. I know that was harsh. I know that was harsh, but listen.
Oh my god.
She hasn't been like nobody's caring. Nobody's caring about Natalia in 2023.
Yeah, no, it's gone. It's over.
Like she got nattied tonight.
It's over
again.
It's time to let it go. You gotta let it go, man.
It's time to get frozen up in here and let it go. Okay.
You sometimes you just gotta know when to let it go, and now is the time to let it go because fuck. She's been boring for 10 years. If you really want to talk,
she really has. I really have not been like a fan of Natalia since her inception. Honestly.
Last time I remember I like had an interest in her is when she was doing that stalker stuff. Who was she doing that stalker stuff with? Oh,
wasn't it Tamiki?
That was in the video game. Was that like actually? I remember that was in the video game. I didn't know if that was like the real life thing as well.
Oh,
that was the angle in SBR 2010. I remember that, but I don't know.
I remember that because I just thought it was a thing. I forgot.
I don't remember. Yeah, I remember the video game. I don't think that was it in real life. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe it was, and I just kind of just associated with it, but I don't know.
I'm not too happy with my Natalia news. I'm not really too my Natalia facts.
Listen, the last thing I remember that she did was kind of irrelevant, even though it made her look like a goddamn absolute idiot, was her farting gimmick. And that was bad. And that was bad.
Her best work was in a video game. THQ wrote that story. That
Tell
was a good
him when
story.
he's
Brian
telling
Kendrick
lies.
with Brian Kendrick. That was
Sorry
a
to
good
quote.
story right there.
Sorry to
THQ
quote
wrote
Punk
that.
because I know you hate Punk, but tell him when he's telling lies. Seriously.
That was a good story. That was a good ass story they wrote with that game. Just never did it again. That's ridiculous.
Like, I know you hate Punk, but tell Aiden when he's telling lies. Like seriously. Where's the lie? Shout out to Bobby Fish and Impact. But she had a farting gimmick, which was god awful. And that was like 10 years ago.
I mean, I liked her character work in Total Divas. No, I didn't. I hated it.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I
You're
actually hated
trying.
it.
You're trying. You're really trying.
I think that was like a dark point in that show was just Natalia just talking. Oh god, that shit was terrible. What shit is up?
I'm honestly very happy that the match didn't happen, but I will say this: there's been a ton of people as of late saying that Rhea's reign as women's champion right now is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. You most likely have seen this go around. What are your thoughts on this? Because I can kind of see where they're coming from, because they're just legitimately giving nobody to her. But it's not Rhea's fault. It's WWE for not building people to be credible to take on somebody like Rhea Ripley.
The only thing I don't like about that narrative is that we say the same thing over and over again as wrestling fans.
For everybody involved.
If someone does something that we don't like, it's either yes, they did it, or it's not their fault.
Yes.
Both of these things can be true, but both of these things are false at the same time.
Right.
Is it always their fault? No.
No.
Is there a point where it can be their fault? Yes.
Yes.
And you can't use both of those things and try to flip them around, because as much as it can be, as much as you can use, oh, it's not their fault, you can use the exact same thing. Yes, it is their fault.
Right. Yeah.
With Rhea, from my perspective, I just think people saw what she was doing beforehand, and you put her in the ring with one of the most boring superstars right now, which is Natalia. And for some reason, people, all right, I'm gonna try to say this in the correct way.
Oh, and by the way, Corbin Dana Brooke over Natalia? Hell no. I'd take Natalia over Dana any day, but that's just me.
Yeah.
It's a very 50-50 though.
There's a certain woman superstar. She's passed away now. That if you like took her in her prime and put her in this universe right now, she would not be able to get over. Do you know who that is?
Somebody from today?
No, she's passed away now. She's a women's superstar that the way she went about stuff, it will not be able to execute well in the time period we are right now. And Rhea is a parallel to her. So the reason why people don't like Rhea.
Oh, China?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, I was like
people don't. Okay. A lot of people don't like Rhea because Rhea gets in there with the men and stuff like that, and apparently that is bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but I'm just telling you what I see on the interwebs. China was doing that shit times 10. So it's like, and China is a Hall of Famer. She's a freaking legend, you know. I think Rhea has more charisma than China had. I think Rhea has better physical ability than China had. I think Rhea is like everything that China didn't have. I think Rhea has 10 times over. But the gimmick that you're given with Rhea, you can't really execute it in the right way because it's it's not what today's wrestling fans are looking for.
Yeah.
It's not what today's wrestling fans are invested in. They want to see the girls with the girls and the boys with the boys. But Rhea is the tomboy. She's the girl that plays with the boys. But it for some people it doesn't connect. And I think they take that and they run with it and they just forget the fact that we just had an amazing match against Charlotte at WrestleMania. We forget the fact that before the fact Rhea was champion, she was over and she's still over. I think the problems with Rhea only go on the internet. They don't go outside the internet. That's why I said all of it's really a bubble. It doesn't go outside the Twitters and stuff. Like as soon as I take Twitter off my phone, I do not see any bad words about Rhea because it's all just it's all just a regurgitating, a revolving door of bad takes that people grab something minuscule and blow it up. Rhea's doing a fine job. Is she doing the best? No, but that is not the whole women's division is doing weird right now. Asuka's not out there just killing it every week. She's got beat up by Charlotte and got a match in 2 weeks, and Charlotte just happened to contend for a championship. She didn't contend for it, you know. So none of the women's champions are doing the best right now. But
yeah,
I'm cool. I think Rhea's doing just fine. I think she needs better opponents for the love of Jesus, and I think Raquel is going to be that. But Rhea hasn't even been champion for that long. I think they need to let her go for a little bit. Let her try.
No,
you know, I feel like they just jumped on her as soon as she won.
Yeah,
you know, let her try, please.
Yeah, give her some goddamn time. She's legitimately only been champion since WrestleMania.
Yeah,
and her first title defense was against fucking Natalia. I mean, come on now, people.
they started off slow, so I mean,
like they're not giving her anybody of relevance yet, and I think Raquel could be that. But
what
and
about
I think that's why Raquel
Zelina?
honestly lost tonight.
Wait, was Zelina the first one?
That's right. Actually, yeah. So Natalia
I forgot about that.
would have been number 2. That's my bad. But
I thought they started off hot with that.
I mean, and Zelina's definitely relevant.
Yeah, that match. I love that match.
That rivalry was really hot. That rivalry was really hot. You know, but yeah, then they mellowed it down with Natalia, and they're still trying to continue something. But hopefully Raquel could be that echelon again. Now, that's obviously why I think she lost tonight to Trish, because now if we're getting into this feud with Raquel for Rhea Ripley, that could hopefully be something, you know.
Yeah.
But it was what it was. And speaking of Raquel, she was shown angrily watching what was happening backstage. Kathy Kelly then asked her what this opportunity means to get into Money in the Bank. Raquel says that it would be an honor to face somebody like a Trish Stratus, but she has to talk about what Rhea did just now. Ripley comes backstage and gets face-to-face with her. Rodriguez says that Ripley better hope that she doesn't win Money in the Bank, because if she does, then she is not ready for Raquel Rodriguez. I'm hoping something with Raquel actually does happen with Rhea, because those two are fantastic. And they're fantastic with each other, because we've seen what they can do. Hopefully, we can see something.
I hope so. I really hope so.
So, we'll see. After a commercial break, we see Cody Rhodes walking backstage. As he is, he said to Akira Tozawa, who wanted to be his tag team partner tonight, that he said he would think about it, but think about it, basically meaning declining his offer. Then the Undisputed Tag Team Champions come up walking to him. They see him talking to Tozawa, and Rhodes says, well, he actually did offer to be his tag team partner tonight. Owens got frustrated and said, listen, man, I just wanted to punch some people in the face, and now I can't do that because you said we could be his tag team partners, but now all of a sudden he already has some. So he's like, listen, Kevin, hold on a second. I didn't say yes. Calm down. And I didn't even accept yet. He's like, oh, wait, so I can still punch somebody in the face? It's like, yes, you can punch him in the face. There's no other people that I would want to be teaming up with than the tag team champions. So, yes, I accept your offer. And he's like, yes, I get to punch people in the face. And he was pleased about it.
Simple.
Owens just loves punching people in the face.
Simple man. Simple man.
If you can just allow Owens to punch people in the face, he's a happy guy. Just let him punch people. He's good to go.
I feel him.
Sometimes I wish I could punch people in the face at times. But then again, I'm not a professional wrestler. So I can't just walk out on the street and punch somebody in the face. I'd get assaulted. And it's my fault,
Most likely. In most cases.
Do it in the confines of a WWE ring, you're not liable anymore.
That's facts. That's what I'm trying to do.
So then we had the Money in the Bank qualifying match with Raquel and Trish. It wasn't bad, but it's definitely two people that really have never been in the ring with each other. This is a great spot for Raquel getting in there with Trish, but this wasn't, with the way this match ended, this wasn't left to be desired.
First off, I just want to say thank you,
because it made Becky look like a goddamn idiot out there.
I just want to say thank you, Trish.
Thank you,
I gotta say that. I gotta say thank you, Trish, every day because she's perfect. But I just really don't want her to get hurt in this match. I'm definitely terrified because Raquel demolished her in this match. She just got extremely lucky. I do not want Trish to get hurt. Please don't take any big spots. You don't have to don't do a Stratusfaction off the ladder. Because if I see her get hurt, I'm gonna melt in pain. I can't.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool to see her in the match, but I just don't want her doing over the top stuff.
Raquel goes. Yeah. That would be bad. So Raquel goes to the outside and puts Stratus back into the ring. Stratus distracts the referee and Zoey Stark blindsides Rodriguez. Stratus and sends Rodriguez into the ring post and picks up a near fall because of that. All of a sudden, Becky Lynch then attacks Ricky. I was about to say Ricky Starks. That's funny. That's funny. Zoey Stark. From behind and sends her into the barricade. Stratus goes outside to break it up, but Lynch sends her into the barricade in full view of the referee, and the referee calls for the bell. Corey Grace at this point is like, ref! He's like us. It's like us at WWE 2K. It's like, ref! Come on now.
Gotta call that shit.
But it was in full view of the referee. They legitimately made Becky Lynch look like a goddamn idiot. Because attacking Trish Stratus got her the win, Becky. What was the point of this, bro?
So Trish Stratus can win. And that's it. That's all that matters.
But she shouldn't have won.
I mean, I think she should win.
Raquel would have been perfect in this match. I would have loved it if Raquel was in this match.
I'm the wrong person to ask. I wanted her. I was perfectly fine with this going the way it did. Kind of prefer.
I mean, I gotta laugh at Becky Lynch looking like an idiot, but
always.
I mean,
always. And she's not in the match, so that's another plus.
Becky? Yeah, she is.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, boy, that's crazy.
It's all three of them.
Oh, my God.
It's all three of them.
Well, there goes my happiness.
Zelina Vega, Becky Lynch, Zoey Stark, Bayley, Io Sky, and Trish Stratus. It's all three of them.
Wait, no, I said Becky being in the match.
Becky is in the match.
Wait, say the names again?
Zelina Vega, Becky Lynch, Zoey Stark, Bayley, Io Sky, and Trish Stratus.
When the fuck did Becky qualify? When was that? Damn, man.
Like at least a couple of weeks ago on Raw.
What?
It was at least a couple of weeks ago.
I forgot about it. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, well.
All three of them are in the match, bro.
That makes me sad. Damn. Well, there goes that. Becky beat Sonya to qualify.
As long as Io wins
okay.
the thing, I really don't care.
I remember that match now. Okay. That's crazy.
As long as Io wins this thing, I really don't care.
Yeah.
If these three are in it. I thought it was legitimately only going to be Zoey and Becky to continue on their stuff because I thought Trish was gonna help Zoey win, which she did. And then, that's just how they were gonna continue on the feud. But nah, they had Trish win tonight, so now all of them are in there. And that's just how it went, but
wow.
I'm just hoping Io wins this thing at the end of the day. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, all of them are in it, bro.
That's crazy. Crazy.
So because of disqualification, Trish qualified for Money in the Bank for the first time ever in her career. Lynch is stunned, like she's so like, oh my god, what did I just do? You fucked up.
Wow.
And now you're gonna have two of your rivals in there in Money in the Bank with you. You ain't winning. At least I hope not. I really hope not.
I hope not as well. That would be bad.
I hope not. I really hope not. Stratus joins Bayley, Becky, Zoey, Zelina, and Io in the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. So we'll see. So Kathy Kelly is backstage with Braun Breaker. LeBron Breaker is on Raw.
LeBron.
For whatever reason. I heard he was backstage tonight, but we didn't know in what capacity. He says that Rollins has talked a big game. He's been waiting for this opportunity. If they think what Finn did to him was bad, then they haven't seen anything yet. He's going to hurt Seth Rollins really freaking bad. And Breaker is going to become the new World's Heavyweight Champion. I love you, Braun. Especially with this new heel Braun. But is he winning Money in the Bank tomorrow night at Gold Rush? Probably not.
You said what?
Yeah, is he winning the money? Is he winning the World Heavyweight Championship tomorrow at Gold Rush? Probably not.
Oh, no. Absolutely not.
Do I think it's going to be a great opportunity for him? Yes. It's going to be fantastic to see. But he's not winning.
Absolutely not.
How do you think that match is going to fare, though, bro? I think it's going to be fantastic for both of them.
That's going to be freaking awesome. I can't wait.
I'm honestly thinking about doing the first NXT review in a while tomorrow. Instead of just doing Tuesday's talk, we could just talk Gold Rush.
Cool, man.
Because what else is on the card, though, bro? Is it just the NXT title match?
Mello and Braun. I mean not Braun. Fucking bum ass. Are they fighting tomorrow? I think. I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow.
Well, NXT Gold Rush is tomorrow. But
yeah, Melo's probably defending against Bum ass then.
Okay, so what is... Okay, so we got Braun and Seth for the World Heavyweight title. Wesley versus Tyler Bate with... Is that Ali as a special guest ref?
Probably.
Oh, dear God. For the NXT North American title. Number one contenders triple threat tag team match with Briggs and Jensen, Blade and Inoue. I haven't seen that team in forever. Versus Hank Walker and Tank Ledger. What? Those two
Hank and
look
Tank.
generic as fuck.
Hank and Tank. Hank and Tank.
Dana Brooke and Cora. Jesus, Dana Brooke
That's a
and Cora
nasty match
Jade.
right there.
I hope Cora kicks Dana's ass.
I didn't know about that one. That's a nasty match.
Carmella and Baron Corbin. I keep wanting to call him Baron Blade. It's Baron Corbin. NXT Championship. Tiffany Stratton. I forgot Thea Hale won the goddamn Battle Royal.
Oh, yeah.
That's the NXT Women's match. Oh, my God. Okay. Gallows versus the triple threat winner from night 1. Wait, this is a 2-night event?
I don't know.
And it says Gallows versus the triple threat winners from night 1.
Huh.
Is NXT doing something for Wednesday too? What is this?
Oh no, I think Booker mentioned something about a triple threat tag match happening. I forget what he said.
It's Brooks and Jensen versus Inoue and Blade versus Hank and Tank and a number one contenders triple threat tag team match.
Okay.
But then it'll be Gallus versus the winner of the triple threat from night 1. But it says from night 1. So is Gold Rush a 2-night event? Like,
I have no idea.
And if it's 2 nights, then are they doing something on Wednesday? Like,
I have absolutely no idea what they mean by that. That's confusing me now.
If Brooke and Jensen win on night 1, I think they may. What the fuck? Anyone else on such a one? What the fuck? We'll keep you updated. If we're talking NXT tomorrow for Tuesday's talk, then we'll keep you updated on this whole 2-night thing. I thought it was just a 1-night event.
It probably is. It probably is. They probably messed something up. I don't think they're doing 2 nights for Gold Rush.
I'm gonna go on WWE's website. Braun and Seth. The Bate and Wesley with Ali as the referee. That's wild in itself, bro.
Yeah.
Hayes and Baron Corbin. Thea getting her women's championship opportunity. The triple threat number 1 contenders match for the NXT tag team titles. Okay. So here it is. Number 1 contenders to Gallus' NXT tag team championships will be defended in a 3-team battle for the prestigious opportunity for week 2 of Gold Rush. So it's a 2-night event, but it's next Tuesday on NXT after tomorrow. So it's a 2-week event, but they're doing it into 2 shows. That makes more sense.
Huh. All right.
Briggs and Jensen versus Hank and Tank versus Inoue and Blade will meet tomorrow. And the winner of that will face Gallus next week's NXT, on next week's version of NXT for the tag team titles.
Okay.
And
Okay,
then
I understand that.
there's that. So now that makes more sense. But they
Yeah,
said a 2-night event, and I was thinking like legitimately 2 back-to-back nights.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, but and then obviously Dana and Cora, which is just wild in itself. Okay, so we'll talk NXT tomorrow. Because that should honestly be a very noteworthy show. And honestly, NXT has not been that bad as of late.
Yeah.
Getting back into it is actually not as hard as I thought it was going to be.
It's
It's
really damn
just a
good.
different. It's just a different era. You have to get
Yeah.
used to the different era, man. Like that's just what it was. And you've been telling me that since honestly the beginning with these new stars.
Once you let the black and gold stuff go, you'll enjoy it a lot more.
Yeah, and I have been.
That's all that
So
matters, really.
so it's really cool to see. So you know, then it was time for the main event. Main event, 6-man tag team match. Cody Rhodes with the bionic arm. Don't forget, he has a bionic arm now. And
God.
and Sami and KO taking on the Judgment Day. Oh wait, no, was it? I completely missed Braun and Shinsuke, Bronson and Shinsuke. My bad. Um,
Oh yeah.
this was cool. I just love Bronson Reed.
That
I
guy's crazy.
like not a lot of people like him, and I don't know why. He's just a big, beefy boy that just loves destroying things, and he's awesome.
That guy's
He's got
crazy.
that dog in him.
That guy is
I
crazy.
know Braun Breaker has that dog in him, and legitimately because he's got a dog barking in his entrance, but this guy is legitimately a monster.
They got to do more stuff with him.
Bronson picked up the win over Shinsuke, and uh, and honestly, Aiden, I couldn't agree with you more. He has been one of the best re-signings within WWE. One of the best
Yeah.
comebacks.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's been positioned to look real dominant. It took 3 people to just eliminate him in the United States Championship Elimination Chamber from back then. I mean, that in itself was something. I mean, guy's been great, real good. So, um, Nakamura kicked Reed in the head. Nakamura charged for a Kinshasa, but Reed sidesteps him, knocking him into the apron. Reed then hits a German suplex before going to the top rope, connecting with a tsunami for the win. Uh, then it was time for the 6-man tag, so we'll get there. But before we do, talking about Bronson Reed for a quick second. Um, I was actually very shocked when he was in a Money in the Bank ladder match qualifier and he actually didn't win. I think that's actually how Shinsuke got into the Money in the Bank ladder match by beating Bronson, uh, which was his first real loss within the company. How do you feel about Bronson Reed thus far within the WWE? I mean, like I said previously, he's been positioned to be a huge, dominant superstar. We all want him to do something more, right? But what is that more? What do you want to see WWE do with him more now, knowing what he's capable of within the confines of a WWE rank?
I don't know. I mean, I think they're going in the right direction right now. So I don't think you have to do anything too crazy at the moment. I think you're in a good spot with him right now. You're not messing him up. You're not putting him on the show. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff they could be doing wrong, and they're doing the correct way. So
Yes.
continue as you're going. Dude. Don't don't fuck it up because I think you're on a good road right now. You're on a very good road right now. So just don't mess it up. That's all. Don't overthink it.
Corbin said have Bronson dethrone Gunther, and then he said, actually, I don't know. I'm kind of in the actually I don't know route with him. Bronson defeating Gunther sounds great on paper, right? I mean, they're two big, beefy boys. You definitely want to see in a match like that. But at the end of the day, I would rather want to see somebody like a white meat babyface get that championship off of Gunther and really position that guy to like the highest of heights because he beat fucking Gunther of all people for the championship.
Yeah.
I would love to, if anything, Bronson defeating the babyface that dethrones Gunther. That could be something, because Bronson can hold that Intercontinental Championship with like an iron fist type of thing, just like Gunther did and still is doing. But I think what Loff is saying is 100% true. You wanna keep this momentum going for Bronson at this point in time, but you don't want to either force something too soon, but you don't want to just, when you have like a lightning in the bottle opportunity, you would want to capitalize on it. So hopefully WWE will see that when that moment comes, and they'll be able to cash in when it's deemed appropriate too.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bronson beats 2/3 of the Three Musketeers of New Japan Pro Wrestling. He dude, he did beat Okada.
That's ridiculous.
He definitely did beat Okada, and he's beaten Shinsuke.
Jesus.
When he defeated Okada that time, though, in the G1, I was like, dude, this guy is insane. Jonah was insane in New Japan, bro. He was great.
That shit's crazy.
But yeah, I think what they're doing with Bronson is fantastic stuff, and they'll be able to, capitalize when they need to capitalize on him. But as of right now, you just got to keep doing what he's doing.
Pretty much.
And then we had the 6-man tag. The 6-man tag was fantastic. Cody Rhodes with the bionic arm, as always. He continues to do amazing things with a broken arm. And it's I know it's a kayfabe injury, but dude, you gotta at least sell it, bro. He's just doing Cody cutters and suicide dives with a broken arm like it's nothing, bro.
That shit is so funny to me. Got a titanium
landing
cast
on a broken arm. Got a titanium cast, which is like, I understand depending on where the arm is broke. Like, I've had that cast on, bro, before. I've legitimately had that cast on before. Like, you're not doing those stuff that he is doing with that cast on his arm. You're just not. And that just might be me, taking things too literal. And I know suspend your disbelief is pro wrestling, Phil. But sometimes you just can't. When he's doing these suicide dives and crossroads and Cody cutters and landing on the arm, bro, it's not realistic.
He doesn't feel pain. He's Cody Rhodes.
He just doesn't. He's the American Nightmare, man. He ended racism.
He doesn't feel pain or racism or anything. He doesn't feel shit. Just America.
Like I said, I might be taking it like way too literal off, but how do you feel about it, man? Because I mean, you see this man just doing all these things, and it's crazy. He's got a broken arm.
Goofy. It looks really goofy, but who am I to argue against Cody Rhodes?
Yeah. And to think, a lot of people thought he was actually going to be in Money in the Bank with a broken arm. I honestly thought he did because it was just. I thought it was going to be a way for him to get back to Roman. But thank God he didn't do that.
For real.
I don't know. It's wild. I mean, I know, like, a lot of people have told me, Phil, you just gotta stop with the whole broken arm thing. Sometimes you just can't.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sometimes you just can't. You see it all happening. You see him do all these suicide dives and Cody Cutters and Crossroads, and he's legitimately landing on the arm and not feeling any pain. It did. Come on.
Can't blame him. Can't blame him at all.
Oh, and he can raise one arm for the low, but then can do suicide dives and Cody Cutters and make it feel like nothing. It's wild, man. Sometimes it hurts, sometimes it doesn't.
Can't even ask questions.
It's been my motto in life for the past 25 years. Just don't ask questions.
Pretty much. It's easier that way.
But this was a really good match nonetheless. You know, 6-man tag team match. All these guys are fantastic in the ring. Dominic, he's still improving. I'm not saying that he is like, you know, insane in the ring. Like he's like a 5-star classic guy week in and week out. The guy is improving and he is making ends meet when it comes to being in the ring with these 5 incredible guys. But yeah, this was really good. Really good. It built towards Cody and Dom at Money in the Bank. And yeah, it's really all you can really ask for. Balor and Owens begin brawling at ringside. Owens sends Balor rip first into the barricade. In the ring, Priest rolls Rhodes for a 2 count. Priest then stuns Rhodes with a punch and does a springboard off the ropes, but Rhodes takes him out in midair. Rhodes then covers, but Mysterio breaks up the pinfall. Mysterio then grabs Owens and sends him out of the ring. Mysterio then signals for a 619 onto Cody, but Zayn clotheslines him down and hits a Luva kick. Owens then follows up with a stunner on Mysterio. Rhodes then sizes Priest up for a crossroads for the win to a huge pop from the crowd. This was huge. Like a humongous pop from the crowd for I mean, I get it, it's Cody Rhodes, but damn, the pop was huge for just a finish of a match. They were going crazy. And the babyface team won. And they were celebrating as the show went off the air, man. This was a wild pop for the ending of a match on Monday Night Raw. And we will get Cody and Dom at Money in the Bank. You there? You guys trying to hear him speak? Can you guys hear him right now? I don't know, Aiden. I mean, he was legitimately just here. He muted his mic.
Damn. My fault.
There you go. I hear you now.
I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Right here.
I lost all my audio for a second. Oh my god.
No, we hear you now. We're good.
All right, cool. All right.
But yeah, it was a big pop from the crowd for the ending of the match. We're gonna get Cody and Dom at Money in the Bank. How do you think that match was there? And what did you think of that huge pop for that ending of the match, which we rarely get to see? It was kind of like, wow, it was that big of a pop.
I was trying to figure out why the crowd was so hype at the end of the match. Like, God, they really like this match, I guess. But I mean, shit. Cody Rhodes makes
I
that
mean, I
effect
know
on
it's
people.
Cody
So,
Rhodes, but Jesus.
yeah, they were screaming. I was like, okay, cool.
Wow!
I'd rather they do that than sitting there acting like no one's out there at all. So I mean, shit.
True. Very true.
It's cool with me, but
Um,
Dom's probably gonna end up winning the match somehow. Probably with Brock helping out or something. But it's
You think
I
Brock's
hope.
gonna make the trip to London?
Yeah. He'll be there. He'll be there. There's no way. There's no way Dom loses that match. I think you did that for Dom to win and Cody to look like a punk again. So
It's the adversity, man. It's the adversity.
yeah, that terrible word. Ugh. Terrible
Nah,
word.
but I 100% agree with you. This is Dom's match to win. It's the top babyface right now within WWE, or the second biggest babyface in WWE. Because let's face it, guys, Seth Rollins is the number one babyface, and I'm man enough to say that. I'm a Cody Rhodes fan, but I know when somebody is topping him in the babyface cheering department, and that is Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
But it's the second biggest babyface versus, honestly, you could argue, depending on who you talk to and depending on what type of fans you're talking to, one of uh, either number one or number two biggest heel within the company right now. So,
Yeah.
with that type of an atmosphere right there, plus the London crowd in the O2 Arena, that atmosphere is going to be something else.
If he tries to talk, oh my god. If he tries, they might. Oh
And
my
aren't
goodness.
they at? They're either doing a Raw or a SmackDown in the O2 Arena before Money in the Bank. So,
Okay. Might be a
at
SmackDown.
least I believe it's probably
It's
going to
probably
be
a
the
SmackDown, I
SmackDown.
guess.
Um, so I mean, sadly, we wouldn't be able to hear a Dom promo unless they just randomly show up on SmackDown. But it is a SmackDown, okay. Um, but but yeah, that's going to be an incredible atmosphere. Money in the Bank as a whole is going to be an incredible atmosphere. Have you
For real.
noticed that since WrestleMania, all the pay-per-views have been outside the United States?
I'm happy to see it because the crowds are amazing. So
The first pay-per-view that we are going to be seeing inside the United States is SummerSlam in Detroit,
I
which
hope
is
Detroit does a
wild in
good job.
itself. But
Yeah, I
but
hope
I
Detroit does
mean,
a good job. Yeah,
it's honestly probably going to be one of the most anticipated SummerSlams in quite some time. Because we're doing something with Roman. Something's gonna happen with Roman. Um, I mean, whatever Seth Rollins is going to be planning to do at SummerSlam.
mm-hmm.
I'm still holding out on Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins, but
That
Drew
would be
McIntyre has to show up first, and hopefully
yeah,
he shows up
yeah,
either. Hopefully he shows up either at Money in the Bank and attacks the champion, or shows up on the Raw after Money in the Bank. Because
yeah.
WWE wanted him back for Money in the Bank, but I don't think that's happening now.
Mm, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna be happening, but it's gonna be interesting. Cause I just want Drew back, man. I think Drew McIntyre has to be back in WWE. It would be stupid for WWE to just let him go.
Please be a heel. Do not be a face anymore. I can't take face Drew McIntyre anymore.
He needs to be a heel upon his comeback because
Oh,
the man has a sword. Come on now, let him use it.
I can't take the smiling and I'm gonna.
The man has
I
a
can't.
sword.
Big D needs to come back, man.
The Big D, it's crazy. But yeah, this was it was very up and down Raw for me tonight. I'm not gonna lie. The 3 hours obviously makes me fatigued, but I mean there were some good points, there were some bad points. It wasn't goddamn awful, but it wasn't the best Raw either. But no Raw is the best Raw. I really haven't known. Like, I mean, there have been some good Raws this year. Don't get me wrong. Last week's Monday Night Raw wasn't even all that bad. Hell, honestly, the past 2 weeks of Raw haven't even all been that bad. It's just the 3 hours. That's it. That's legitimately it. Yeah. If these shows were 2 hours, these shows would be fine.
Pretty much. Sure.
Let me say that we're a broken record at this point, but it's true.
That's all they gotta do, but they refuse to do it. So
yeah. And that's it, guys. That's your Monday Night Raw post show. We didn't get any other super chats tonight, but you know what? That is okay. Loff honestly did that first super chat just to make sure that it was working, and it was. So thank you, Loff, for doing that for us. But yeah, any other point in time that you guys just want to talk about anything? It doesn't even have to be about the show that we did tonight. You can legitimately talk about anything in the super chat. We will address it. We will address it either at the end of the show. Now knowing what StreamYard does with them, they have them in their own separate category for a chat. They star every single, they favorite and just look at all the super chats that people send in. So we can do it either at the end of the show or as they come in, and you guys will be able to get your chats read. And it's going to be really cool to see. And like I said, for all the people that are going to be new and you guys aren't members yet of the channel, nobody's a member yet of the channel because it legitimately just got approved today. But whoever does want to become a member, if you're not a part of the Discord already, you will get invited to the Discord upon getting a membership to the OTB YouTube channel when you join the OTB family. So come join us on our Discord. It's obviously very fun. I legitimately, during Monday Night Raw tonight, I don't know if you noticed this, Loff, but it's all revamped. All revamped.
Oh, okay.
There's there's a lot more channels within it now. There's like a wrestling channel with general discussion and breaking news. All social channels where you guys can talk about TVs and movies, video games, music. I put a music discussion in there last. So you can just send whatever the fuck you want in terms of music, man. You just have everything. You have everything right there for you.
Yeah.
Sports. Obviously, the self-promotion is still there, and the We Are Live, where I, send the links for the OTB live streams and basically any lives that I'm doing are there. But obviously, the AEW Universe modes are there. Your WCW Championships channel is still there. I don't know if you have ever. No, you haven't done anything since April 15th in that channel, but
yeah, I think that shit really bad.
But yeah, it's basically all revamped for you guys. Good stuff there. Pin my message in the music chat since I was there first.
I didn't know that existed. Look at this.
I legitimately revamped everything, bro. I revamped everything during Raw because I just thought it would be a lot more streamlined, considering this whole new members thing was going to be around with super chats. So it was cool. But yeah, you have free reign to do anything you want when it comes to that music one and all that stuff.
They already on here wilding. Oh God. Here we go. Here we go.
And Gladiator just did a huge goddamn promo in our AEW Universe promo channel, so that's fantastic. I'm gonna have to read that, but
oh, God damn.
You see the promo?
Yeah, I'm not reading all that.
I got it, man, because it's goddamn, it's my universe, and I gotta figure out what the hell he's trying to promote. But that would be my time for like a goddamn novel.
You're
but
saying fuck everybody. What are you saying fuck me for? I haven't done nothing. Nah, damn. I'm not reading all that.
I'm gonna read it in my own time, Aiden. I'm not gonna read it here. But yeah. Thank you guys again for all the love and support on the channel. The fact that we are able to be partners on this YouTube channel now to give you guys a membership and to let you guys do super chats, it's fantastic in itself. When you join the OTB member, like, and become an OTB family member, you will get a specific badge, and it's our OTB logo right next to your name, so we know that you are a member of the channel, and it's really cool to see. And yeah, it's gonna be really fun seeing all the new members come in and all the super chats come in when they do. Like I said, it's never obligated, but you guys can if you want to. And all the money that that comes back here is going to be put into the channel. So we're making things better for you guys at the end of the day. It's going to be really fun, and I can't wait to see what happens. Average GCW promo. Bro said fuck like 10 times.
He's cursing everybody. God, wait.
He's MJF. He's apparently the MJF of AEW. And we already have an MJF in AEW.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
It's wild, man. It's wild. It just. I
wanted to get your opinion on something.
Figure it
out. I want to get your opinion on something. During the show, I got an idea. We were talking about Judgment Day. And I made my first TikTok about it, but it's in my drafts. I'm getting a stable from the present and adding a superstar from the past to that stable. You feel me? Like, and vice versa. I'm getting like a stable that's active now and then getting a superstar from like a different time period and putting them in the current stable. It's like the first example I did was like adding 2010 heel Jeff Hardy to Judgment Day. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
And then I had like adding Adam Cole, adding like prime NXT Adam Cole to the first version of NXT of the first version of Nexus.
Okay.
So like that, and then building a story off of that. Those are the first two I could think of. I can't think of anything else that was like worthwhile, but
I can think of something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to come right off the dome, but I can definitely think of something. I saw two of your videos today. Derek just sent to me on like another like platform. Your when your friend tells you that wrestling's fake and you're on the card just screaming at him.
Bro, that joint popped, bro. I didn't think that joint was gonna pop the way it did. That joint popped.
You know what? See, now I understand why. Because you're a freaking 2, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of my car. You talk Liv Morgan again, I'm gonna fuck you up.
I had to script that stuff out, and I was like, and now I was sitting in the car. I was like, I'm not gonna script this anymore. I'm just gonna say what's on. Say the first thing I think of when I turn the camera on. That joint popped. That joint crazy. I just uploaded another one at 2.
It's fucking wild, man.
I uploaded another one at 2. Like 40 minutes ago.
It's just
Yeah.
wild. I was like,
98 Taker and Judgment Day. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
your friend says wrestling is fake.
So a little God.
Those are funny, man. Those are funny.
Thank you.
It's been so freeing though, not having those apps on my phone. I legitimately had those videos sent to me just from somewhere else because I, again, don't have it on my phone. I'm gonna have so many fucking notifications though. It's gonna be wild.
Yeah, most likely. Most likely.
It's gonna be so wild, and I'm gonna have so many goddamn tags and videos or whatever. And I'm like, guys, listen. And it's great that you guys still want to tag me and everything like that, but man, am I gonna? I'll get back there, but it's on my due time because I needed
nowhere.
this, and it's only been a week. It's only been a
Going
week, and I'm like, it really hasn't been that.
I wish I could
It
do it
hasn't
too,
felt
but
like a
I
week,
don't.
but it has.
I can't even do what you do. I forget the password to my TikTok account. So if I deleted it, I cannot get back in. So
Well, like I actually don't have the apps deleted off my phone. I just removed them from my home screen.
oh
So I just don't have them on my home screen. They're still downloaded on my
oh
phone. I just don't have them on my home screen.
okay
So
okay.
I can't click them on my home screen because they're not there. But they are still active on my phone.
You know what you need to do?
Because if I would,
You need to put that
yeah,
damn um it's like a time restraint. Like it'll like put 15 minutes on the app, and then after you've gone over 15 minutes, it'll tell you to stop.
it just cuts it off. Yeah,
Yeah. You can still ignore it, but I mean it's there
yeah.
for
I also have notifications off on all social media platforms too. So I really don't get any notifications at all either. So nothing shows
see,
up.
you did it the easy way. I'll be just clocking them joints off my phone. Like they're not even there no more. Like I can't even look at them.
I I just have I gotta do it in the way that I know I'm not gonna be able to see them, because if I see them, then I'm just gonna be on them, and it's not like I'm gonna be doing my break. But
I feel you.
yeah, still is clock app free. The clock app. Yeah, I remember that's what people have to call it now because they're
Hmm.
going on other social media. You can't say TikTok.
What? Really?
Yeah, they have to call it the clock app because clock app, TikTok, clock.
Oh dear God.
So stupid, but that's what they
Ugh.
call it now. The clock app.
I was about to
So
try to
stupid.
stream from my PC to TikTok the other day.
You can actually do TikTok lives from like your laptop and PC and everything like that, which is weird.
Yeah.
But I don't even
I
know how
almost
that would
did it.
even work.
I'm gonna try it one day. See how it works. Yo, nah. The other night we were on Kick and we were just like, you ever go on TikTok live and then just scroll and see what people are doing, like outside of everyone like we know, just
Dude,
random ass
it's
people.
wild there, bro. It's wild.
We saw some of the weird. We saw like parties, some girls just sitting there with like barely any clothes on TikTok, and TikTok didn't
Dude,
care.
I see shaking ass videos everywhere, and I'm like, why?
There was like a little bit of people who were like actually doing something cool, like
Right.
painting or like drawing. And then there's like we were watching some really, really, really big
Then
woman dancing at a party. It was crazy.
then you get into the gifting ones where they're
Oh
sleeping, but it's just gifts everywhere, and there's like noise alerts every time there's
yeah,
some kind of gift that goes off. Like,
yeah, man. And that dude who's just
it's
playing
weird.
Spider Man with the music playing. That's it.
I saw
swinging.
one guy doing he had like the Guitar Hero guitar, but he was playing like an SVR game with the Guitar Hero
That's kind of
controller.
crazy.
And I'm
Oh,
like,
what?
I just stayed in there the whole
Oh,
night because I'm like, I don't even know how the fuck you're doing that, but it looks really cool.
I would have been
Like
bugging
he
if
did the
I saw
whammy bar. The whammy bar was jumping off the top rope, which I was like, holy shit, that's fucking
what, bro?
fantastic. Uh,
That's crazy. Dude, that's what I want to see. Not these girls just pole dancing. I didn't want to see that. It's not what I came here for.
just
That's crazy.
TikTok lives are wild no matter where you go, bro. It's just weird. But yeah, we saw a girl on a pole. Yeah.
She definitely
Eh.
was. I saw this. We saw this one grown woman with a pacifier in her mouth.
For
It was.
what?
I don't know. I don't have no idea. It looked like
Just for
some.
nothing?
It looked like some weird shit, dog. It looked like some weird stuff. I'm like, TikTok, ban this motherfucker. It was a grown girl and she had a pacifier in her mouth. I stayed on it for like 3 seconds. 'Cause I saw it. I didn't know what I was looking at. I see the pacifier. I was like, no, no. I refused to figure out when she was going to explain to me why she had a pacifier in her mouth. I didn't want to know. I don't want to know who was into that. I wanted to go home. Ugh. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I think they should have just
that's.
banned her just for that. I would have.
You saw Elmo?
Oh yeah, Elmo was like screaming. We saw Kermit
Oh,
rapping, all these puppets dancing to Nuck If You Buck. It was weird.
well, it's a bunch of shit on TikTok anyway. And then you go down that rabbit hole where you just can't stop because it's just like you just want to see some crazy like more crazy shit.
I'm gonna
And
upload the video because I got all of them on the app, so I'm gonna upload the video of just the TikTok live rabbit hole, and then because we were on there for like 2 hours, just finding shit to look at. We found a bunch of cool stuff. Like some guys like rapping and stuff, but then it just got weird.
can you watch past lives on Kick
Yeah,
like Twitch or?
yeah. hmm
I mean,
Well, I can see
that's.
mine.
I mean, that seems like a stupid question to ask, but I mean,
I can see my. I don't know if other people can see mine, but I can see them. I had to go into like my thing and then press videos and like my first, yeah, the first 3 streams were up there and a clip that I didn't make, but it was there.
because it's weird. Because when I mean, the app is very buggy, as we all know,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
because right now it says that you have done 4 lives, all at 20 hours apiece,
yeah.
which I know you didn't
That's
stream for 80 hours already.
that's not even true. Like that, that was the thing I was confused about. But if you press them, then you'll see like in which order I did them. Because my first actual stream was like 2 minutes
Okay, so
long. So
like
I messed something up.
I did the one that was all the way to the right,
Yeah,
which says you did one for 19 hours, 2 minutes, and 30 seconds. But it's only like a 2.5 minute video, which
yeah.
I don't know what happened with that.
I cut it off because I started streaming for a little bit and then I messed something up, so I had to restart it. And then the one after that is the one that we were on for about 6-7 hours.
Yeah,
That's my first official one.
this one says 6.5 hours.
Yeah,
But it says you streamed for 1 hour and 32 minutes, which again is wrong.
yeah.
This one says 20 hours and 56 minutes, but it's really only showing like a 2 hour stream.
That was Sunday.
And then your 20 hour and 48 minutes, another 2 hour stream. So it's one
Yeah,
day ago. So Sunday. But yeah, the app is very buggy, as we all know. So
yeah,
it's going to be weird.
yeah. Ow.
But But yeah, we'll get there. And
we watched Total Divas on there though.
You can just watch random stuff on there, can you? And just no repercussions.
We watched like 45 minutes of Total. We didn't watch the full episode, but that was like we went on TikTok a lot. But we watched like a good portion of Total Divas. Like one episode.
Can't wait for chat logs. Chat logs aren't a thing in Kick yet?
No, what I'm going to do is okay. They're really weird in my chat. Like they'll say some nuts that stuff in there. So
well, that's our community.
Yeah.
Or is it other people?
No, it's people what like we see every day in the chat. But
right. Okay.
It's mainly Prodigy, I ain't gonna lie. He be saying some crazy
it's always
stuff.
Prodigy. It's always Prodigy.
I'm saying, I told him, I was like, I'm gonna go on either Twitter Kick and we're going to read all of the sus messages that you sent to me in the entire time that I've been a stream. And it's a lot. And I'm gonna get some Law and Order music and we're going to analyze each comment and ask him why he said these things to me. And he think I'm playing, but I have it all set up now. It's all just prepared. You think it's a game? It's not a game.
He just says stuff.
I was reading some of it. It was just straight up like let me eat your butt. It was just weird. I'm like, bro, what? Nah, man. Nah. It's just ridiculous, but it's cool though.
I saw Prodigy in this chat earlier. He left one message and then he was done. So I don't know where the fuck he is now. But Prodigy, you're a strange dude, man. You're a strange dude. Like you're so freaking strange. Why?
Oh god.
You're a strange dude.
Bro, it's just odd.
He's just a strange man. Prodigy thought he was sick. No, he ain't. He ain't.
I got something for him too because he was. We were making fun of him the one day because of the place that he works. He said he was trying to work this nut ass water park. I forget what it's called. Oh. Yeah, Cowabunga Bay.
Cowabunga Bay.
He said, I'm like, what is it called? Man, it's a Cowabunga Bay. I was like, what the fuck is that? So crazy. Cowabunga Bay.
I gotta look that up. I gotta look that up right now.
It's real. It looked fun. It looked like a great place.
That can't be a real place.
No, it is. It's there. It's definitely. He just said it one day.
God, that's the first thing that showed up. It's got a 4.5-star rating. What the fuck?
It's an excellent place.
Henderson, Nevada.
I just thought it sounded funny when he said it. The name is hilarious.
Your dumbass is in Nevada?
I don't know. I don't want to dox him. He said he wanted to work at Cowabunga Bay. And I was offended. I don't know why, but
Cowabunga Bay.
Oh,
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga Bay, man. That's the spot. Spot to hang out, man.
Listen, I have an uncle who lives in Nevada.
Uh-oh.
I'm visiting my uncle as soon as I possibly can, and when Prodigy gets this job,
You gonna run up on him at Cowabunga Bay?
I'm running up on him in Cowabunga Bay.
Oh my god.
I'm running up on him at Cowabunga Bay.
That's true. There is you can't name a water park a good name.
No.
That's just one that I just thought was hilarious. There's no bet. I think I've been to like Sahara Sands. That doesn't even sound attractive.
I've been to Coco Keys water park.
That sounds like some racist shit. I don't know.
It is kind of bad. It is kind of bad.
That sounds ridiculous.
It's actually a very fun water park, but yeah,
they're all extremely fun. They're just named terrible. I remember I went to one when I was like in Virginia. That shit was like a porno. That shit was like
that's the logo. This is the logo right there. It's just a goddamn parrot.
Look at that, Orlando. I feel like I've seen that place before. I probably passed that, John.
It's in Connecticut too. I don't know. Just a goddamn parrot. Oh yeah, these are all the people in costumes at the local Coco Keys.
What the? I've never been there. That's horrifying.
It's terrifying.
A monkey?
Oh. When you have that red parrot motherfucker chasing you around in the water park, you got.
Why is he chasing the kids?
You gotta call it quits.
Why
man.
is he doing that?
You gotta call it quits. Dude.
Nah,
he's chasing the kids, and it's bad. It's bad. That's why the Coco Keys here in Connecticut got shut down.
That's crazy.
Because the people that were in those costumes were chasing these kids, and the parents weren't having any of it. So they called the local authorities, and they had the place shut down.
That's like when I read that report about not Chick-fil-A, fucking Charles Entertainment Cheese, the fucking big ass mouse kidnapping people.
Oh, the Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, fucking big ass mouse just capturing people and shit. That shit was like real though. Like it was like a story and stuff. I was like, that's ridiculous. Fucking Chuck E. Cheese. Mm-mm.
We talked about 15 minutes about goddamn water parks because of Prodigy and his dumbass wanting to work at Cowabunga Bay. Listen, we gotta go to bed. Lob's legitimately in bed right now. Because of some Cowabunga Bay type shit.
That was some funny shit when you told me that. Oh.
See, honestly though, while our community is so like, listen, we love you guys, right? We love you, right? But the fact that you guys are so willingly telling us about your Cowabunga Bay adventures or your
adventures.
It sounds so bad saying it, bro. It really does. It really does. Or just, anything about your daily lives. It's really cool that you guys are like getting to know us in that way, and we're getting to know you in that way. But man, Prodigy, you're just willingly saying, I'm trying to get a job at Cowabunga Bay. That's weird, bro.
I don't even know what we were talking about. He just said it, and I was like, "What do you mean, cow? What is a Cowabunga Bay? It's like a water park." Like, what do you mean it's a water park? I thought that shit was like a restaurant.
Like, what were you even talking about? Like, was this chat recently?
We were talking about jobs, and he was like, "I want to work at Cowabunga Bay."
Was it in the kick stream?
This was months ago, back in Twitch. We weren't even on Kick at that point.
Oh.
We were just talking about jobs. He was like, "Nah, I want to work at Cowabunga." I'm like, what the fuck? What is that? It sounds like a damn.
Like, it's really cool that you guys are like trusting in us enough to like just talk about stuff like this. But man,
oh no, we were making fun of him for like 20. We were making fun of him for like 20 minutes. It was just funny. It wasn't the fact
Oh
that he
yeah,
was
no.
working
I
there.
mean, you would have
It
to.
was just the name was just funny. I don't give a damn that he worked there. I'm like, go get your money. It was just funny. The name of it was just the funniest
Yeah,
part of
no.
it. I didn't give a damn where he was at. It's just
Yeah, no.
Cowabunga Bay. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, do you, dude? Like seriously, like we're all just making fun at the end of the day. Like it's just a hilarious name. Go do what you have to do. If you're making money there, go make your money. But Jesus,
Yeah, probably
it's
paying
just a
him good at
hilarious
Cowabunga.
name, man. Just a hilarious name. All right, guys, I'm gonna get
There
the
is
hell
no
out of
good
here.
name for one part.
I'll talk. No, there's not. I'll talk to Prodigy tomorrow about his Cowabunga Bay adventures, and we'll get that straightened out. But
Don't do that.
thank you guys.
He's gonna get mad at me. I don't feel like hearing that. I don't feel like hearing
Talk
that
to him
much.
about it once.
He gonna start yelling
I
at me.
can't talk to him about it once.
I don't feel like hearing that noise tomorrow. I really don't. I'm gonna get irritated. I don't feel like hearing all that shit.
All right,
Keep
man.
it up, my nigga.
Thank you guys again.
I read what Corbin said.
All right, guys. Thank you guys again for joining us right here on OTB. Lofted our first ever super chat ever. So you guys are free reign to do super chats at any points during the streams or anything, right? You guys can talk about everything that you want to talk about when it comes to NXT Gold Rush. Tomorrow we'll be talking about Gold Rush. If you guys want to talk about Dynamite during the Dynamite reviews or basically anything, these super chats are for anything, guys. You guys can talk about anything in them. We'll talk about it all. Don't have to be related to the show. We'll just talk, right? Anything you guys want to talk about in super chat, we got you. And join the channel. Join the channel too. You know. And you guys can get the official OTB logo right next to your name. And it's all set for you guys. Okay. Thank you guys again for joining us right here on OTB. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. For NXT Gold Rush. You guys are freaking wild. All right, Cowabunga. Have a good rest of the night. Stay safe.
Cowabunga Day.
God bless. We'll talk to you tomorrow for NXT Gold Rush. Cowabunga, y'all. Cowa freaking bunga.